All right, welcome everyone. I got my mic on. Yeah. All right, cool. Welcome to AFL Evolution Season Pack 2018. So you guys don't know the game. Well, you guys already know because basically I've got this game since for ages. I already got it. Yeah, so this is the Evolution 2018. Das was all the way back in I don't know what year, but it's a really old game so yeah, start off with I'm gonna check my hub as my the play hub as known as me, because I made a club, so hang on. I'm trying to. Okay, so. Oh, there you go. So, yeah, so this is me right here. Well, basically, this is me right here, but I might do this. I'm gonna put it on 35 inch, cause, yeah, yeah, and I'm not born in that day. No, I was born in 2006. I was born in 2006, but I was but I was but I wasn't there back then. But I well, cause you know the age, right, in 2006 when I pressed 2006, right, it came as 11 years old, and I was like, yeah, no. So I'd probably stick around about um about I reckon I reckon 18. But when I'm 19, I'll move back forward because I need to, like, to be honest, I need a little bit of upgrade and some point some age um some stan age so some stan age I might have a little bit of upgrade. I'm not kind of this no more, but because I played offline, because I played offline mode because somehow though I I changed it to this because of my one of my favorite players in Hawthorne or and Collingwood, which is Jack Ginnivan, one of my favorite players, and I recommend that I might change it as 35, because see here 35 is known as known as my the Nick Dacos thing, because of Nick Dacos, yes. Um yeah, I'll probably best off I need to change it to 2006, because because why not? Because why not? Because why not? But okay. Um, hmm, the body, no skin. All right, long sleeves, cold wear. Wait, what's cold wear? Hang on, what's cold weather? Oh yeah, right. Yeah, so basically, if it's cold weather, I wear this. If it's off, it's off. So maybe I do just use it as cold weather. So alright, alright, save and exit, done, done, and I can yeah. Oh, do I keep changing? No. And team management, uh, list of teams. If I was there, let's see. Yep, I was there. Cool. I'm not a defender, so okay, so last time back in 2000 and I reckon. So when I was looking at some gameplay, well, basically when I was watching all the way back in 2016, I watched North Valley vs Carlton. To be honest though, I watched Static Orange play in Carlton. It looks sick, but um. Yeah, I don't know if I couldn't find it. Yeah, so that's the original Carlton logo. I got that Guernsey since Colmos last month ago. So yeah, yeah. Let's go play some AFL then. So let's go with player of the season. Oh, okay. So hold on, I'll delete this. Alright, just go like boom, 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 boom. I might select all of them because why not? Because why not? Because why not? Yeah, yep. Alright. I Alright, Carlton and Richmond in the preseason, I reckon. Yeah, preseason round. Alright, let's go play the game, and I'll probably select it. Let's select Carlton. So the so this is the home ground of Carlton, and this is yeah. Yeah. Wait, what? So wait, hang on. Oh, that's the hang on, that's the MCG, right? Okay, I didn't know. Wait, yeah, that's the Clash goes in and yeah, there we go. So Clash. Alright, right, so let's get into this. I might stop talk in every round, but so yeah, let's do this, and yeah, rise before or something like that. Yep, cool. Uh, alright, it starts right now. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Well, not peace, but I might do the full stream for the preseason. Let's do this.
Hello, I'm Dennis Cometti, and I've got to say it's good to be back here in Melbourne. I'm joined by my accomplice in prime time, Matthew Richardson.
Hi Dennis, I've been anticipating this one all week.
This evening's match is between the Tigers and the Blues. The Blues burst out onto the ground, and boy, did they look fresh. The fans should be in store for a ripper. Opening round, the players launch into the first term.
Love is playing every game as if it's your last.
Cruiser got the hit out. He's got the footy in his hands. Got his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Ellis picks up the loose ball. Ellis gets the tap. I'm not sure which side that lad is playing for. Out on the full. Grant with a perfect drop punt. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Richo you rate him for this kick?
He'll need a bigger kick than he has from here.
Graham will need to pull something special out here. Sends it on its way. Silvani marks on the run. Now do you think he can kick this one, Richard?
If he misses this, I'd recommend a location change or get back to the back line.
35 metres out. "20 metres from home. This angle is a big ask for Casbolt. Sends the Sharon on its way. Slams it on the boot. Goal for Casbolt. The first goal going to Carlton. He'll kick. It's not a bad sort of a kick either. It's a goal. Bounce goes the ball. Kruzik with the mighty fist. Boots it. Out of bounds near the goal. A lot of jostling as the boundary umpire puts the ball back into play. Touching quite in the path of Cruiser. He gains possession. Cherno marks on the run. He's elected to play on. The ball goes out of bounds on the full. Jams it on the boot. And the mark will be paid.
Fisher has the passion for this game, and that shines through every time he plays. Lining it up with the goal now. Curnow shoots for goal. It's on its way. Well, that's just another behind on the board.
Needs someone to break hard. He's ready to bring it back into play. Petrevsky-Seaton marks on the run. You know more about him than me, Richo. Reckon he can bag this one?
It's paid to kick these, Dennis.
Couldn't complete the mark. He's rammed that one into the woodwork. Carlton by 8 points. He'll be disappointed with that effort. Fisher will be upset with that. Simpson sticks out his hands and collects the ball. The goal eludes him just wide of the target.
Let's play on.
It's not the score he was looking for. That play is as high-tech as it can for. Advantage, says the umpire. Silvanic with the goal. He sinks his first goal. That's 2 in a row for the Blues. The Blues by 15 points.
Silvani has a nose for goals. You wouldn't want to bet against him, even on the tightest of angles.
Kruzik with the tap. He's got the footy in his hands. Perfect timing from Curnow. He plays on. Choose to kick it. Nice hands.
Well, the Blues have managed to rack up a big number of marks. It's easy to see why they're leading this match. Rowe lines up. Rowe with the shot. Nice kick, just a little bit too wide, and it's bounced off the post.
It's not the score he was looking for. Jams it on the boot. Off hands. Kennedy with a big bump to Gotcha. Does well to keep it in play. Murphy gets the interception on the bounce. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. Rand's looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Opportunity for Graham. 35 metres out. Going for goal number 1. Rowe has a great set of hands. Fantastic move. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. To the attempt. Carlton could score the last 3 goals. The Blues beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 22-0. And that's the end of the first term. Carlton 22 took the Tigers nothing.
Richmond are stiff to be behind at the siren. They had plenty of it, but just lacked finishing. I'm sure they'll have more of an impact on the scoreboard in the second quarter.
That was a high-scoring quarter. Is there anything interesting in the stats, Richo?
The Blues have a firm grip of the ball when it comes to marking, with 13 on the board. The Tigers have a bit of catching up to do with only 1. Kicking is one of the most essential skills in football, and Carlton could put 19 on the board, which should place them in a good position at this stage of the game if they can keep that up. Both teams fairly close in the handball stats, 1-0.
Hadn't thought of it quite like that, Richo. Here we go again. Quarter number 2.
If you can believe it, the mind can achieve it.
Cruiser outstretches his opponent to win the ruck. Graham marks. He wants to play on. Sends the Sharon on its way. Simpson sticks out his hands and collects the ball. Wishful to think that will reach Grimes. Over the top of the pack. Richo, you followed his career for a while. Could he kick this?
I reckon the distance might be too much from here, Dennis.
Casbolt nowhere near goal. The Blues beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 23-0. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. He steers it out of the defensive 50.
Ellis is a great overhead mark, but anything below his knees and he struggles to get down for. If he can add that to his game, he's going to go up another level. And the ball is out of play. We'll get a ball in.
Kruzik taps. Petrevsky-Seton sticks out his hands and collects the ball. A solid mark from Casbolt. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. 20 metres from home. A 45-degree angle for this kick. Going for goal number 2. He'll be happy with that. The Blues lead the Tigers by 29. Brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Guided by Cruiser. The ball in the hands of Curnow. Off the side of the boot. Terrible kick. Marks. Casbolt lining up. 20 metres from home. He's on a 30-degree angle. He's getting accustomed to kicking goals. The Blues leads by 35. All is in readiness. There's the bounce. Kruzik with a big fist on it. Asprey on the ball at the moment. Wiedering with the mark. Played on. Lambert is happy with that tackle. He's got him for holding the footy. Picture perfect drop punt. Nice hands. Played on. Didn't middle that kick, did he, Richard?
That's just a waste of a kick there.
Murphy decides to play on. An easy grab for Silvani. Does he have a realistic chance from here, Richard?
It's just too far out for him, Ben.
There's a vast chasm between him and the goals ahead. Not the easiest of angles, this one. He's taking the shot from about 30 degrees. 30 metres out. 30 metres from home. Graham going for number 1. Carlton runs to their tally. Graham with his first. The lead has been increased. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Look at that bounce.
Cruiser wears his heart on his sleeve and he just bleeds for this footy club. The ball is tapped. Loston sharks the ball away. He slams that on the boot. Doherty just wanted it more then. He decides to play it on.
Doherty with the tap. Prestiak has the ball. A good mark under the circumstances. Lambert puts it on the boot. Great mark. Wiedering decides to play on. Puts Graham to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. He plays on. Jams it on the boot. Strong mark. Petrevsky-Seton lines it up. No one troubling him there. It's good to hold. That's it for the second quarter. What do you think of it now, Richo?
Besides pride, loyalty, discipline, heart and mind, confidence is the key to all the locks, and Carlton had plenty of that running into the long break.
Richo, how well are these teams performing?
The Tigers have a score that reflects their stats. Not good.
Thanks for that, Richo. We're halfway through the game now. I can't wait for the next half. Looks like the players are ready for this. Let's get started.
The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a person's determination.
Silvani with the mighty fist. The Blues get the free kick as it goes out on the full. Rand's clearing it out of defence. Curnow had it, lost it. Murphy kicks it out of congestion. A mark by Casbolt takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies, just get them in flying formation. 25 metres out, and he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. All is in readiness. The ball is bounced. Kruzik wins the tap. Terrible timing by Nankervis. Takes control of the bouncing ball. Plowman intercepts the bouncing ball. Rioli keeps it alive with a foot. Kick that straight into the behind post. Out on the full. Neither ruckman giving an inch. Kruzik directs it down. Butler made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got right hands. Butler aims for his man on the ground. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Jones seems like he's enjoying his footy. I think he's going to be around for a long time. Simpson with a strong mark. He plays on with it, sending it on its way. Quick hands finding the running player.
Fisher throws the ball. Free kick. Prestia puts it on the boot. Nice contested mark by White. He's elected to play on. Sends the Sharon on its way. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Wietering marks. He plays on now. Edwards gets a free kick after throwing the ball. I'm not sure which side that man is playing for. Out on the full. Pickett choosing to play on. Off the side of the boot. Terrible kick. Good mark on the run.
Cruiser can read the play really well. I think he's definitely on his way to becoming one of the best in the league. Sending it on its way. Silvani with a strong mark, lining it up with the goal now. Silvani has a kick. Perfect kick.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Kruzik knocks it down the field. The ball in the hands of Wietering. Good mark by Silvani. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. You'll need a long-range boomer from here. And he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. Casbolt hammers the ball for goal. The Blues in front. It's not the score he was looking for. Brandt with the kick. Takes it well. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Kicks. He gets it above the crowd. Casbolt getting into position for the kick. 30 metres out. Casbolt unloads one towards goal. Carlton leads by 59. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Nankervis. Try swinging your purse next time. Rich coming from a guy wearing makeup. There's the siren for the end of the third quarter. The scores at Carlton 60 to the Tigers 1.
If Carlton can maintain their structures and continue playing on their terms, then this game is a foregone conclusion. So it's just about the last roll of the dice if the Tigers contend to make any inroads to this deficit.
The third quarter ends with some high scoring on the board. Let's see what the stats have to show. Here we go for the last quarter.
The game isn't over till it's over.
Hit by Cruiser. The ball in the hands of Bright. Silvani with the mark. He's getting accustomed to kicking goals. He's hit the behind post on the full. Free kick. Brandt with the kick. Good mark on the run. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. Silvani with a great kick. Three of the best is putting on a corner. And that puts them further in front. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The ball is bounced. Big leap. Takes possession. Murphy is able to squeeze a kick through the pad. Runs out of room and is over the boundary line. The umpire will throw it in. All eyes on the ball as the ruckmen battle it out. Nankervis without a touch. The clearance by Cruiser. The ball heads out of bounds. The ruckman battle for position. Hit by Cruiser. Cripps with the kick. The ball goes over the boundary in the pocket. The ball has been thrown in. Cruiser dumps it forward. Lucky bounce collected. A nice running mark. Now do you think you can kick this one, Richard?
I wouldn't bet on it.
Too far out to score, sure. He's kicking on about 45 degrees from here, 15 metres out. Casbolt going for number 6. Carlton nailing the coffin shut. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Deft touch from Cruiser. Bounces favourably for Murphy. Head down now as he goes in for the goal. Out on the full. Free kick to the Blues. Here's a long kick. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Minus the peg.
Curnow got a really good footballing brain. Curnow kicks for goal. Curnow gets a huge goal. The Blues lead.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Kruzik with the tap. Thomas with clean hands for a difficult bouncing ball. Casbolt gets the mark without contest. Wood is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. Pinpoint accuracy from Casbolt. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The umpire has bounced the ball. Kruzik with first hands to the ball. There'll be a free kick here for something that obviously happened behind play. Wheaterin takes the mark. He's elected to play on. Here's a long kick. Well, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Well, you've kicked a few in your time. Do you give him much of a chance from here, Richard?
This one's a dead set.
Disappointing kick there. Silvanic ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Let's have the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. Fantastic goal by Silvanic. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Rowe got a fist on it, has it now. Wright kicks it out of congestion. Got his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. 30 metres from home. A pretty safe bet from this position. Silvanic with a poor performance. Carlton in front. I would have expected him to nail that. There could be a short option here. Petrevsky-Seaton takes it well. Certainly that was not a hand pass. The umpire thinks the same. Awards the free. A mark by Graham. He opts to play on. Well, you've got to move faster than that. That's holding the ball. McIntosh keeping it low. Graham wins the marking contest. He's elected to play on. Not the most exciting match. No real competition between the teams. Disappointing. Richo, did you enjoy the matchup between Carlton and Richmond?
The country is full of good coaches, but we shouldn't be blaming the coach for this result. What it takes to win is a bunch of interested players, but I don't think any coach could turn these players around.
Final scores are 92-1. Well, that's it. I'll let Richo say the goodbyes.
It's been my pleasure, Dennis. We look forward to having everyone back soon.
Okay, so I accidentally put no preseason in this one. I looked it up and I was like, oh wow, I didn't realize it's the um season round. There's no preseason. Oh, okay, so what happens was I just put all in the default settings, and basically so we got up to 1 to 23, but so yeah, I might do the round one, and then next day I'll probably do round two, we'll see what happens. Like I might do is I might see what happens. I can do, like I can like probably make a video. I'll make it like a video in probably. I think it's. I think it's. I'm not making it. And plus I'm not making him to making a video tomorrow because I'm making like making a mascot video on my YouTube channel going on tomorrow. But I reckon around Sunday. I reckon Sunday. It how depends how good. I think I might stream on not stream on every Thursdays, and yeah, I reckon and then and I'll post this on YouTube since I don't know what day will. Well, I know I post this on YouTube, but I'll go set the day up as well. Yeah, so I'll have so yeah, I might do the rest of round one, and next time I'll be doing round two. Going to do round two for it. So yeah, okay, cool. All right, next one is Essendon and LA Crows.
Hello and welcome. Tonight we're here at Etihad Stadium. I'm paired in the box today with Matthew Richardson. What a pleasure.
Hi Dennis, tonight we have an exciting match.
The Crows making their way onto the ground to the tune of the club song. The banners look great as the players get set to run through them. Essendon are led by their captain onto the field of play. The first quarter officially started.
Both teams have a fine balance of inside grunt and outside silk through the midfield, and a defence that's growing together. I can't wait to see how this unfolds.
Merrick was more obvious than Shaquille O'Neal as an undercover cop. That's deliberate. Choose to kick it. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark. Goddard, cool under pressure, releases in time. He opts to play on. Kicks it across the ground. Over the top of the pack. Throwing to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Danaher from behind. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines the shot up. Shot at goal by Danaher. Goal. That's the first one of the game.
Danaher has the passion for this game, and that shines through every time he plays.
He'll kick. It's not a bad sort of a kick either. It's a goal. The bounce. Bill Chambers is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate Jacobs. He opts to play on. Gets the ball out of heavy traffic. Stewart soars over the pack and takes a ripper. He's got eyes like a pterodactyl with contact lenses. Strong mark by Danaher. Lining up the goal now. 20 metres from home. A pretty safe bet from this position. A chance to add one more to his tally. The Crows in early trouble. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The umpire has bounced the ball. Bill Chambers wins the tap. Terrible timing by Jacobs.
Hardigan's really good at reading the play out on the field. He just needs to start doing it faster. He clears the ball. McGrath passes it. Goddard heading for goal. It's through for a point. The Bombers are in front.
It's not the score he was looking for. Fantasia picks up the loose ball. Picks up his first possession. Fantasia scores with a beautiful kick. That's 3 in a row for Essendon. The Bombers in front. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Here we go. Bill Chambers with the tap. Able to grab it on the half volley. Hooker shoots off the handball. Head down now as he goes in for the goal. An easy grab for Danaher. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. 2 metres out. A set shot on a 45-degree angle. Essendon to the advantage as they lead the Crows 25-0. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce.
It's great for a team when they have a winning ruckman who can really direct his hit-outs. Essendon have had a superb supply all match long. Booker not even coming close.
Out on the full. Free kick to Adelaide. My goodness, the wee ball has gone so high there'll be snow on that one when it comes down. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So they tell him, that's not there. Langford going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short tactically this week. That's 5 in a row for the Bombers. The Bombers by 31.
Langford is very loyal, but it's not that hard when you're doing what you love.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The Rucks can't complain about that true bounce. Bill Chambers punches. He has the ball, dishes it off by hand. Stewart gives the ball to the man on the run, going for goal number 1. Essendon 5:32. He'll be disappointed with that effort. The first quarter almost over now. Nice contested mark by Brown. A lovely drop punt. A good mark under the circumstances. He wants to play on. Let's see with the stats how both teams performed.
The scoreboard definitely reflects what a marking powerhouse Essendon could be. It appears Essendon have the upper hand in handballs, leading with 5. Not a lot of difference in the tackling stats. Essendon are slightly ahead with 3-1.
Enlightening, Richo. The second quarter has begun.
Winners don't wait for chances, they take them.
Knocks it down in front. Merritt is able to grab it on the half volley. Puts the head down as he runs in. It's like giving a bazooka to Mr. Bean. Out on the full, Adelaide free kick. All of a sudden the ball has become a hot potato. Quickly disposed of by Italia. Which you rate him for this kick.
It's a very sharp angle. I don't think he'll kick it.
Lucky bounce collected. He's misjudged the boundary line there. The umpire will throw it in. Both ruckmen battling for the front spot. Bill Chambers is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate Jacobs. Gathered by Brown. Langford on the ball at the moment. Can he count that as a moral victory? The Bombers with a healthy gap on the scoreboard, leading Adelaide 33-0. We'll look for a quick option here. A pinpoint pass is the key. He spent that one before he had it. McKay there to mop it up. He's able to thread a needle, and that kick comes out of the pack. Crouch puts it on the boot. Perfect timing from McGrath. They can't seem to maintain possession. They simply handed it over. Gleeson, the better man there.
Gleeson has so much potential, he could just be anything. Heppel with good strong hands. He plays it on, puts boot to ball. Stringer knocks up the ball.
Puts the head down as he runs in. Hunnigan thinks that was holding the ball, and the umpire agrees. Myers takes it well. He chooses to play on. Jams it on the boot. Langford grabs that one. Richo, you followed his career for a while. Could he kick this?
He's a fair way out, Dennis. It'll test him.
This will certainly test him from this distance. The Bombers in front. I would have expected him to nail that. He steers it out of the defensive 50. Opportunity for McDonald, Tippenwoody. McDonald, Tippenwoody. Whacks one on the boot for goal. A magnificent kick right through the middle. That's his first. McDonald, Tippenwoody getting them further in front. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Bill Chambers with first hands to the ball. That came off the boot with huge power. Saad marks it.
Well, when Essendon were able to mark the ball inside their forward 50 so easily, it's no wonder they're leading this match. Adelaide really need to turn up the pressure. Jacobs gets in for holding the ball. He's got a hold of that one. He claims the ball.
Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. Going for goal number 1. Langford enjoying a height advantage. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So they tell him 25 metres out. He's kicking on about a 30-degree angle, which could prove challenging. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Jacobs without a touch. The clearance by Danaher. There'll be a free kick here for something that obviously happened behind play. Manages to keep the ball alive. Unfortunately, he's out of space, like working in a telephone box out there. They slam the door shut. Danaher taps it. Heppel taps. He gains possession. Gives it to Stewart. He's racking up possessions. The goal eludes him just wide of the target. It's not the score he was looking for. Let's take a look at the stats, Richo.
Well, at least the Crows have a score that is befitting their stats.
That's pretty deep, Richo. It's half-time, which means everyone gets a break, even me. The players have had a good break. They should be ready to bring this game home.
What to do with a mistake? Recognise it, admit it, learn from it, then forget it.
Hurley controls. Boots it. A nice running mark. He opts to play on. Merritt with the pass. McGrath kicks. Collier drops it. The ball picked up. The ball bounced favourably for Jacobs. Dropped by Gleeson. Lynch going for number 1. The goal for Adelaide. Lynch getting his first right there, just when they needed it most. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. There's the bounce. Bill Chambers with first hands to the ball, takes possession. Crouch receives the ball. He just can't get out of the action. His stab kick once killed a small dog. I'm kidding. The dog was huge. Hippel sends one up towards the wing. Manages to keep it in play. Gets boot to leather. Fantasia gets the upper hand. Now do you think you can kick this one, Richard?
He has to capitalise on his teammates' hard work here.
What a great goal by Fantasia. He's bagged a couple now. This kick has extended their lead.
Fantasia has got all the makings required to become a great servant of this football club. I reckon he could become a 200-game player.
The Ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce.
Bell Chambers has got a few tricks up his sleeve, so defenders will have to be on their game. He cuts the ball off. That's a mark. Goddard kicks the ball. The mark will be paid. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up.
Smith drives the ball towards goal. Chalk up a goal for the Bombers. He sinks his first goal. This one gives them an even bigger lead. You can feel the intensity build as both Ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Clean tap by Bill Chambers is in his possession. Here's a long kick. The ball goes out of bounds. Throw in from the boundary line. The Ruckmen are locked in battle. Bill Chambers taps, able to grab it on the half volley. That play is as high-tech as it can for. Great mark over the pad.
McGrath takes a lot of marks during a game, but a lot of them seem to be juggled. If he can just get cleaner hands on the ball, it's just going to give his opponents less chance to spoil in the contest. Passes by hand. Puts the head down as he runs into goal. Oh, he's missed it. It's Essendon with the lead over the Crows.
I would have expected him to nail that, which if you rate him for this kick,
He should have no problem kicking this one through.
45 metres out. He's on a 30-degree angle. Essendon by 10 goals.
Fantasia, he's a smart guy, but he's got to keep a cooler head so he can make the right decisions more often.
The Ruckmen, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Guided by Danaher. Parrish puts his head down and runs in. He kicked that one like my wife would. Out of bounds on the full it goes. Boots it. Fantasia ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Looking for another goal here. Fantasia executes the goal well. That's 4 goals. That's 4 in a row for the Bombers. Essendon over. The Crows by 66. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Danaher with a big fist on it. Lucky bounce collected. Bounces favourably for Jacobs. A lot of possessions for him. Here's Richo with his stats.
The Bombers have a really commanding lead in the possession count, with possession at 72% to 28%. The gap between Essendon and the Crows is larger than life. 3 marks to the Crows, while the Bombers sit comfortably ahead on 28. Neither team showing any superiority in the tackling count today. Really close, locked horns in the tackle contests. 8-4.
Cheers, Richo. It's time for the final quarter.
The more difficult the victory, the greater the happiness in winning.
Merritt finds his man on the move. I guess it was worth a go. Very quiet by his standards. Out of bounds near the goal. The umpire will launch it in from the boundary. Umpire throws the ball in. Bill Chambers gets the tap. He gets his hands on the footy. Out on the full. Free kick to the Crows. Bumps the pigskin. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Tries the peg.
The Bombers get taking their time and kicking to smart options inside 50, and that's having a real bearing on this match. Concentrating hard as he lines up the goal. Smith shoots for goal. The goal for Essendon.
Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Nice bounce. Bill Chambers nicely outclassing Jacobs. He wins the contest. Smith taking aim, 35 metres out. He's getting accustomed to kicking goals. Slots it. The Bombers have scored the last 5 goals. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Palms it down nicely. He has the ball. He gets a kick out of the pack. Smith alone for the uncontested mark. He steadies now in front of goal. 25 metres out. Smith shoots it. Essendon have one to their tally. That's number 4. This lead getting bigger now. Essendon have scored the last 6 goals. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The ball bouncing well. Bill Chambers outstretches his opponent to win the ruck. Like working in a telephone box. Look at him go. He's run out of room and he goes across the line. The ball is coming back into play. Punch by Bill Chambers. Laird kicks it from the pack. No contest for that man.
McGovern needs to work on his vertical leap because at times he can be found wanting when he's leaping for the ball. Langford with the spill. Brown didn't waste the opportunity.
Hold the ball.
Danaher lines up. Danaher goes for home. Langford takes the mark.
Let's have the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. 20 metres out. Gee, you wouldn't like to miss from here. That's 7 in a row for Essendon. That could be the final nail in the coffin. All is in readiness. More bounce than a dodgy check. Bill Chambers nicely outclassing Jacobs. Nice mark there. Let's have the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. Danaher unloads one towards goal. Marked by McDonald, Tippin-Woody. Lining up the goal now. Going for goal number 2. McDonald, Tippin-Woody executes the goal well. That's number 2. They increase their lead. Oh, he'll be loving that goal when he sees it in the highlights package. Bill Chambers with the mighty fist. Merritt kicks it. And the mark will be paid. Langford kicks for goal. The Bombers get the scoreboard ticking over with that goal. That's 9 in a row for the Bombers. That could be the final nail in the coffin.
Langford told me recently that he really loves playing for this club, and you can really see it in his attitude on the field. I think he's going to play for this club for a long, long time.
The bounce is dead straight. Booker guides it. Merritt has the ball. Marks. He plays on. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. Goes short with the hand pass. Going for goal number 1. Chalk up a goal for Essendon. That's 10 in a row for Essendon. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Hook it decisively. He gains possession. Slips the handball to Miles. That decision was like taking a beer to a job interview. Not a very good idea. Collier there to mop it up. Danaher looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Look at that. He's put it. Whoa. He's kicked 4 and he looks like he's not done scoring yet. The Crows really had their pants pulled down on this occasion. Well, I enjoyed the match, Richo. How about you?
Essendon established their dominance early and never looked like losing.
Thank you very much, Richo. The Bombers have claimed the match with a final score of 120-6. Richo, as always, it's been a pleasure.
It's been my pleasure, Dennis. We look forward to having everyone back soon.
Hello, I'm Dennis Cometti. It's time for Saturday afternoon football. And I've got to say, it's good to be back here in Docklands. My ally in the box for this match will be Matthew Richardson. Welcome, Richo.
Thanks, Dennis. How I've been looking forward to this game all week.
The Lions fans make their team welcome. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. Football anticipation is high. Players are ready and the game is underway.
It's not about being better than someone else. It's about being better than you were the day before.
He's able to thread a needle and that kick comes out of the pack. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. There's a vast chasm between him and the goals ahead. Picked by Gardner. Marked by McCartan. Lining up the goal now. Going for goal number one. Bruce marks. He steadies now in front of goal. Bruce unloads one towards goal. He's kicked the first goal. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Longett with the tap. It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle.
Christensen's shown a lot of character with his recent performances, concentrating hard as he lines up the goal. Brown there to mop up. He slams that on the boot. No one around troubling him there. Puts boot to ball. Stevens with a strong mark.
He chooses to play on. Wishful to think that will reach Gardner. Gresham going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short. Tactically this way. Good mark on the run. Bruce in no hurry as he prepares for the kick. Going for goal number two. Score for Tim Cooper. That's two now. He's playing well. Pressure already being applied to Brisbane.
Bruce has got good knowledge of the game and you can see the events unfolding in front of him, but he just needs to react a little faster.
The umpire set to bounce to restart the game.
Longer will give you a competitive contest in every hit out, I can assure you of that. But the midfielders are going to have to work really hard to earn the centre clearances off his ruck work. Steele with a long goal.
Brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Longett really gets onto this one. Goes by hand. Armitage put his head down, running for home. Slots it. St Kilda a whacking miss, a 4-goal lead. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Tapped by Longett. Gains possession. Dunstan passes. McCartan puts his head down and runs in. Goes wide for a behind. The Saints with the ascendancy over Brisbane, leading the match 25-0.
Let's play on.
Disappointing kick there. Sends it on its way. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well.
Dunstan takes a lot of marks during a game, but a lot of them seem to be juggled. If he can just get cleaner hands on the ball, it's just going to give his opponents less chance to spoil in the contest. Goal for the Saints. St Kilda lead.
The ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Longett wins the tap. Terrible timing by Martin. The umpire says, give it to me. Martin didn't even get close to that tap. Gathers the ball. Hand passed by Carwell. Willett heads in for the goals. The ball mopped up. Passed by Membry. Willett shoots it. Nice goal from Willett. That's falling away at St Kilda. The Saints leads by 37.
It's pretty handy around goal. He just has that sixth sense of knowing where the goals are at all times.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The bounce laser straight. Longett really gets onto this one. Rooted by Mays. He wins the contest. Webster plays on. Hits it across the ground. He gets above the crowd. He's elected to play on. A big run to take that back. Lining up the goal now. 65 metres out. Let's have a look at the stats.
Kicking is one of the most essential skills in football, and the Saints have put 17 on the board, which should place them in a good position at this stage of the game if they can keep that up. The Saints way out in front of the Lions with the possessions, 80% next to their name. The tackling abilities on display from both sides appear close on the scoreboard, with the Saints on 1 and the Lions on nothing.
Thank you very much, Richo. And we're back for the second term.
Develop the winning edge. Small differences in your performance can lead to large differences in your results.
McCartan kicking the skin off that one. Hands like dinner plates. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. St Kilda in front. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Longett with first hands to the ball. Controlled by Robinson. Robinson decisively. Approaching the goals now. The big kick for goal goes straight through. That's 6 in a row for the Saints. The Saints with the ascendancy over Brisbane, leading the match 49-0.
Stephen has such a sweet kick on his wrong side that you can't tell it's his non-preferred boot.
Zorko thinks that was holding the ball and the umpire agrees. Kicks to the square. A big run to take that mark.
Well, when the Saints were able to mark the ball inside their forward 50 so easily, it's no wonder they're leading this match. The Lions really need to turn up the pressure. Bastanak being paid the free. He slams that on the boot and the ball goes over the boundary line.
Longett is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate Martin. Gardner A good drummer. Gardner taps. Sends the ball to open space. He's heading for home. Dunstan going for number 1. Fantastic goal by Dunstan. The Saints at 55.
St Kilda has an abundance of quality mids and small forwards, and they are just running rings around Brisbane. They aren't worried about playing on because they know they're probably going to get better shots at goal on the run.
Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Here's the bounce.
Longer. He's just a real workhorse in the ruck, and I reckon his teammates really appreciate his uncomplicated approach to the game. If that was basketball, you'd call that from downtown. The Saints lead.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Longer guides it. McStay onto the ball. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well.
Carlisle has got some sure hands. He doesn't often fumble the loose ball. Longer gets the ball. He handballs it. Sending it on its way. Strong mark there.
Membry taking aim. 45 metres out. Shot at goal by Membry. Just fell through. St Kilda has scored the last 8 goals. St Kilda in front. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The bounce is straight as an arrow. Tapped by Carlisle. He gets his hands on the footy. Akers. Handball short. Stephen puts his head down and runs in. Slots it. Stephen kicks number 2. This kick has extended their lead. The Saints have scored the last 9 goals. The Saints with the upper hand in this match, and it shows on the scoreboard, leading 73-0. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The Rucks can't complain about that true bounce. Carlisle really gets onto this one. Dunstan somehow manages to get that ball out with all those players around him. Akers has missed it. I would have expected him to nail that.
Andrews shown a lot of character with his recent performances. Gresham drops it. He's approaching the goals now. It's through for a point.
I would have expected him to nail that.
Andrews got a really good footballing brain. Sending it on its way. Carlisle gets a favourable bounce. Approaching home now. Sends it home with a huge kick.
All is in readiness. There's the bounce. Carlisle taps it. The ball in the hands of McStay. Newnes laps up the misplaced footy. It's his. He's done a Lady Gaga. He kept everyone guessing. Richo has some stats for us now.
The Saints is looking good on the scoreboard, and they have the stats to back it up.
Thanks for that, Richo. We're halfway through this match and things are getting interesting. The third quarter has begun.
It will be interesting to see what changes, if any, the coaches make for the second half of the match.
He gets a kick out of the pack. Marked by Membry. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine which you have to think about. Membry with a kick and goal. Bruce claims the ball. He steadies now in front of goal, 15 metres out. Bruce taps the ball for goal. The Saints leads by 37.
Bruce is a smart guy, but he's got to keep a cooler head so he can make the right decisions more often.
He's loving that replay, and he's making sure his opponent knows all about it.
The Saints have just been really well organised and courageous in the centre, and that's why they've been winning the ball. Gilbert gives the ball to the running man, running in for the goals now. If that was basketball, you'd call that from downtown.
All is in readiness. Here we go. Longhead punches. He's got the football now. Penetrating hand pass. He's really a ball magnet. Was that a throw? I think it was. Jams it on the boot now. Marked by Armitage. He plays on. He got a hold of that one. McCartan ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Well, you've kicked a few in your time. Do you give him much of a chance from here, Richard?
I don't know if he'll make the distance here, Dennis.
Bruce launches one towards goal. Bruce executes the goal well. This kick puts them further into the lead. The Saints make 99. He's putting on a masterclass with goals like that. Very happy with that kick. The bounces straight up and down. Long at nicely outclassing Martin. The ball's come out of the pack like a chocolate bar from a slot machine. Bruce takes it well. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines this shot up. And looking to add another. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. Goal number 6. He's really putting on a show today. He's putting on a masterclass with goals like that. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Definitely palmed to advantage. Stephen throws it, clear as day. Doesn't cover much ground with that kick. Approaching the goals now. The long goal bite. Stevens will settle his nerves. The first goal is always welcome.
Stevens obviously loves playing for the club. I can't imagine him being anywhere else.
A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Tap to advantage. Stevens gets the ball. He threaded the needle to get the handball out. McCartan going for number 2. The Saints lead Brisbane. I would have expected him to nail that.
Andrews may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team, that's for sure. A little kick and it's play on. Ross taking aim. Ross goes for goal. Ross sinks the long kick. It's the Saints with the lead over the Lions.
The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Methodically, the umpire bounces it beautifully. Stephen gets the hand pass. And he's heading for home. The ball is thumped towards goal bait Stephen. The long goal bait Stephen. They're starting to stamp their dominance on this game. The ruckmen conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Hipwood without a touch. The clearance by Carlisle. Gilbert beats the hand pass out. Stephen running in, about to kick. That's a goal. What a long kick. The lead has been increased by Stephen. The Saints over. Brisbane by 130.
Stephen needs to gain a more familiar and consistent goal-kicking routine. And when he does that, he will be rewarded with more accurate kicking results.
Punch by Carlisle. He has the ball. Stephen going for number 5. Good mark on the run. Takes his time as he lines up the goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. He simply stepped the ball over the line. Batted down nicely by Carlisle. Robinson is able to squeeze a kick through the pack. Looks like he panicked there. Armitage marks on the run. He decides to play on. Smothers. Unfortunately placed ball finds its way into the opposition's grasp. Membry knows he needs to hang on to them. Richo, how well are these teams performing?
The Lions doing poorly on the scoreboard and have the stats to prove it.
Hadn't thought of it quite like that, Richo. There's the siren for the final quarter, and play is underway.
Push yourself again and again. Don't give an inch until the final siren sounds.
A big run to take that back. Carlisle decides to play on. He has no trouble grabbing that one. Intercepted by Zorko. Simply outplayed the opposition there.
Armitage needs to do a little bit more work on his jumping. You can get some good height, but it's the timing that's not quite there. He plays on with it well up. Boots it. Membry misses the ball. Andrews cuts off the ball. Rich just wanted it more then.
Kicks it. The contest, no match for him. Gets boot to Weather. An easy grab for Martin. Stabs the ball. Great puck under pressure. Played on. Well, it could be worse, I suppose, Richard.
He just sprayed that one. He should have put more thought into that.
Lining up the goal now. Nice mark there. Good as this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. Bruce slams one on the boot for goal. If this game were being played on water, the Saints would be walking on it. That replay shows just how good that goal was. Bruce is relieved to see that one go through. Claimed by Longer. McStone gets a nice bump from McCartan. Martin comes away with the ball. Sends it on its way. He gets above the crowd. Geary, not wasting time, elects to play on. Taken by Dunstan. He chooses to play on. That's a massive kick. Strong mark.
The Saints have been dominant in the air and they're marking everything. The Lions need to stop trying to outmark St Kilda and just get a fist into the contest. He lines it up with the goal. Bruce shoots for goal. The goal for St Kilda. St Kilda lead.
The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Nice bounce. Martin timing terrible. He's leaving his messages before the beat. He runs for home. That's a goal. What a long kick. And that puts them further in front. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The ball has been bounced. Carlisle hits it. Stephen has the ball. He has shanked that kick. A nice running mark. Membry taking aim. 40 metres out. Going for goal number 2. A goal for the Saints. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Bounce goes the ball.
Carlisle can read the play really well. I think he's definitely on his way to becoming one of the best in the league. Nunes boots it. Gresham marks it, lining it up with the goal now. He slams that on the boot. He gets the upper hand. Membry lines up.
A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. 30 metres out. He's kicking from a 45-degree angle. It looks like the Saints have this one in the bag. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. There's the bounce. Carlisle hits it. Casanova would have been jealous at that pickup. Moves it quickly by hand. Gresham approaching home now. Gresham just squeezes it over the line. And that puts them further in front. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Big thump from Carlisle. The ball in the hands of McCartan. Drops the ball. Brisbane woeful. More gaps in their team than a 7-year-old smile. Richo, how did you see their performance in today's game?
Grass grows, birds fly, waves pound the sand, and the Saints beats teams up.
Final scores are 166-0. Well, that's all we have time for. We only part to meet again, maybe next weekend. Hello and welcome. It's Saturday afternoon football. Dennis Cometti here. Great to be back in Adelaide. The world leader in the number of people around whom you shouldn't make a sudden move. Football back at Adelaide Oval. Well, you couldn't have asked for a better day weather-wise. A reasonable turnout for this match. For this match, I'm joined by a titan of the Richmond Football Club, Matthew Richardson.
Hi, Dennis. I'm looking forward to the first siren.
Hitting the turf today will be the Power and Fremantle. The Power run on to the cheers of their fans. It's run. Here's the bounce to kick off proceedings. Sandlin's got a fist on it. Kirsten gets the ball. And he's heading for home. McCarthy ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Fremantle get a goal on the board first. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Tapped by Sandilands. The ball in the hands of Kirsten. Head down now as he goes in for the goal. That shot wasn't meant to hit the fan. I'm not sure which side that lad is playing for. Out on the full. Trims the grass with that one. Opportunity for Ballantyne. The ball is slammed towards goal by Ballantyne. Strong mark by McCarthy. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. 15 metres out. Nice goal from McCarthy. Great start by Fremantle. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Definitely palmed to advantage. Gains possession.
Both has so much potential, he could just be anything. Sandilands gets a fist to it. Kirsten sharks the ball away. Holding the ball is the call. He boots it. Mundy misses the ball. Neil kicks the ball. That's a nice, strong mark.
Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. McCarthy manages to sneak it through. The Dockers getting out to an early lead. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Sandlin's with the hit. Takes control of the bouncing ball. Kirsten with the hand pass. Approaching the goals now. McCarthy with the mark. Let's hope the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. McCarthy steers the ball towards goal. Fremantle could score the last 4 goals. The Power already trailing by an uncomfortable margin. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Sandlands wins the tap. Terrible timing by Ryder. Wines comes away with the ball. Westhoff with his head down, running for home. Spilled by Hughes. Hamling slams it on the boot. Marked by Kirsten. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Sends it on its way. His mistake costs him a possession. Burne-Jones takes advantage.
Holding the ball.
Pearce lines it up. 20 metres out. Pearce whacks one on the boot for goal. Fremantle have scored the last 5 goals. Fremantle by 5 goals.
Pearce obviously loves playing for the club. I can't imagine him being anywhere else.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The ball has been bounced. Ryder, leave the pinatas for the kids. He runs for home. Kirsten going for number 1. Well, that was a brave shot. Good goal. Fremantle have scored the last 6 goals. The Dockers by 6 goals. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Sandilands gets the tap. Controlled by Hill. Puts the head down as he runs in. Pearce grabs that one. Let's have the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. Going for goal number 2. Pearce with the goal. They're starting to stamp their dominance on this game. That's 7 in a row for Fremantle. The Dockers by 7 goals. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Sandilands gets the tap. Has it now. Kicked by Rockcliffe. Blakely gathers it. He handballs it. Approaching the goals now. Hill, you got to pass the ball. Jams it on the boot. Steady hands there as he holds that one. McCarthy looking to add another. What a match he's having. That's 8 in a row for the Dockers. Fremantle by 8 goals. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Umpire bounces the ball. Big leap. Mundy on the ball at the moment. What was the intention of that kick, Richard?
He might as well have just dropped the ball on the ground, Dennis.
Matiric setting his sights on the goals. And he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. Matiric manages to sneak it through. He sinks his first goal. The Dockers have scored the last 9 goals. The Dockers by 9 goals. Let's go to Richard now and take a look at the stats.
Both teams fairly close in the tackling stats. Fremantle 4, Port Adelaide 2. The Dockers appear to have a distinct advantage with 17 kicks over 5 kicks from the power. The handball stats show that the two teams are fairly even, with the Dockers on 3 and Port Adelaide on 1. The possession stats paint a clear picture of this match, with the Dockers having the bulk of possession.
That's pretty... And we go for quarter number 2.
Second quarter action underway.
Tap by Sandilands. He gains possession. Mundy passes. Kirsten runs in. Going for goal number 2. Slots it. Kirsten gets number 2. And that puts them further in front. Fremantle by 10 goals. Umpire has the ball. Ready for the centre bounce. Ryder didn't even get close to that tap. Neil kicks it out of congestion. Pearce ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Let's have the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. Chalk up a goal for Fremantle. Fremantle starting to exert some dominance over Power with the lead of 66-0. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Good bounce. Guided down nicely by Sandilands. Kicked by Rockcliffe. Takes that one strongly. 50 metres out. He's on a 30-degree angle. Simply outplayed the opposition there.
Ryan wears his heart on his sleeve and he just bleeds for this footy club. He slams that on the boot. Great hands. He plays on with it. Sandilands kicks it. It's a mark.
Way opts to play on. It's been intercepted by the opposition. A good job keeping it in play there. Hill read the play better than anyone else and takes possession. That's a massive kick. Kirsten got under it. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Kirsten lets fly with a shot at goal. And they like it behind the goals. He likes it. Goal. 3 goals so far. Well done. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. More bounce than a dodgy check. Sandilands with the tap. He gets his hands on the footy. Cleary looking to make them pay for that turnover. Couldn't hold on to the mark. Kicks. The mark is taken by Johnson.
Johnson, he's a smart guy, but he's got to keep a cooler head so he can make the right decisions more often. He decides to play it on. Mundy puts his boot on it. He takes a strong mark.
Pearce in no hurry as he prepares for the kick. 35 metres out. Looking for another goal here. It's in the air. A magnificent kick right through the middle. The Dockers in front. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Here's the bounce. Sandland thumps it forward. Don't know how he managed to get that out of the pack with a kicking technique that's a bit like a suitcase in which we're trying to pack too many things into. Jams it on the boot now. Good mark by Matera. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. 45 metres out. Fremantle with the upper hand in this match, and it shows on the scoreboard, leading 34-0. He's loving that replay, and he's making sure his opponent knows all about it. Here's the bounce. Sandlands with a big fist on it is in his possession. They've conceded possession. He hand passes the ball, looking for another goal here. Fremantle add one to their tally. Kirsten getting his fourth right there. Fremantle in front. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. And look at that pass. Sandlands with a big fist on it is in his possession. The ball came out of the pack like a wet salmon. Kirsten making his way in. Let's hope he's compensated for the win. Valentine with clean hands for a difficult bouncing ball. Fremantle in front. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The bounce is straight up and down. Ryder didn't even get close to that tap. Let's have a look at the stats.
Port Adelaide doing poorly on the scoreboard and have the stats to prove it.
Thanks, Richo. 1 half down, 1 to go. Players have been down to the rooms now and they've had some treatment, a talk from the coach, and should be ready for another half of football. I know we are.
What to do with a mistake? Recognise it, admit it, learn from it, then forget it.
Certainly that was not a hand pass. The umpire thinks the same and awards the free. Good mark on the run. He plays on now. He gives it a punishing kick. Pearce has it. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. It's in the air. He's having a ball. If you'll excuse the pun, Pearce makes it 5. And that puts them further in front. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce.
Sandilands has been a solid contributor for this team. His coach will know what to expect from him week to week, which really helps when structuring the team. He gets the behind. Fremantle are really looking the goods with the lead over the power.
I would have expected him to nail that. Boots it. Gray wins the marking contest. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger, so they tell me. Valentine claims the ball. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. The Dockers lead Port Adelaide. The replay capturing everyone's attention. What a goal. Sandlands taps it. Controlled by Hill. He's heading for home. He's able to thread a needle, and that kick comes out of the pack. Good as this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. 30 metres out. He's having a ball. If you'll excuse the pun, Pearce increases the lead. Fremantle with the advantage as they lead the power 115-0. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Pearce decisively has it now. Hand pass by Neil. Approaching the goals now. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. Pearce getting his first right there. Fremantle leads by 121. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Pearce with the tap. Bounces favourably for Hill. And he's heading for home. Nice mark there. Lining up the goal now. Good chance here for Ballantyne. Going for goal number 3. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. Fremantle with a healthy gap on the scoreboard, leading the Power 127-0.
Ballantyne's got good knowledge of the game and he can see the events unfolding in front of him, but he just needs to react a little faster.
All is in readiness. Bounce straight down. Pearce gets onto the ball. Kirsten with the ball. Sends the ball to open space. Approaching the goals now. Matera scores with a beautiful kick. 3 of the best he's putting on a clinic. Fremantle by 133.
Matera wears his heart on his sleeve and he just bleeds for this footy club.
The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. The bounce. Pearce punches it, gains possession. The ball came out of the pack like a wet salmon. Head down now as he goes in for the goal. Kirsten misses and gets it behind. Fremantle by 134. He'll be disappointed with that effort. He opts to play on with the ball. Jonas puts it on the boot. Great grab. He steadies now in front of goal. Mundy kicks for goal. Ballantyne got under it. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. 20 minutes from home. Fremantle with the advantage as they lead the Power 142-0. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Pearce wins the tap. Terrible timing by Ryder. Mundy going for number 1. Almost a touch of synchronised swimming about that mark. Almost the peg. Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. Fremantle lead Port Adelaide. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Punch by Pearce. Mundy comes away with the ball. He grabs it on the run. Approaching the goals now. McCarthy takes it well. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. I'd be very surprised if he doesn't slot this one through. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Guided by Pearce. Time to check those stats.
Kicking is one of the most essential skills in football, and the Dockers have put 51 on the board, which should place them in a good position at this stage of the game if they can keep that up. The scoreboard definitely reflects what a marking powerhouse Fremantle have been.
Thanks, Richo. Last quarter, here we go.
Never give up. Failure and rejection are only the first step to succeeding.
Mundy plays it off by hand. Kirsten runs in. The Dockers add 1 to their tally. That could be the final nail in the coffin. All is in readiness. More bounce than a dodgy check. Sandilands outstretches his opponent to win the run. Westhoff kicks. Nice contested mark by Hughes. He chooses to play on. Gets the kick out of the defensive 50. Steady hands there as he holds that one. He wants to play on. Choose to kick it. Kirsten claims the ball. Let's hope the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. 65 metres out. Ballantyne got under it. Lining up the goal now. 25 metres out. Valentine tries his luck with a shot at goal. It looks like Fremantle have this one in the bag.
Valentine, he's a smart guy, but he's got to keep a cooler head so he can make the right decisions more often.
A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Johnson with the running catch. He gives it a punishing kick. Good mark on the run. Lining up the goal now. McCarthy takes aim for goals. Fantastic goal by McCarthy. The lead has been increased. That could be the final nail in the coffin.
McCarthy has some potential and he'll really be able to unlock that potential if he has some continuous effort.
Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Here's the bounce. Sandilands with the mighty fist.
Fremantle is showing their discipline at the moment. They have the lead and it's due to them not giving away cheap free kicks. Fremantle are dominating the clearances and really giving their forwards plenty of opportunity, and I think that's why they've got the lead. It's been cut off. He grabs the footy. He gets boot to the ball. By takes the mark.
He decides to play on. He gives the ball a mighty roost. McCarthy got under it. Let's hope the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. 25 metres out. The 45-degree shot is not too hard. He just has to keep his cool. If this game were being played on water, Fremantle would be walking on it. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Sandilands gets onto the ball. Neil with a kick out of the pack. McCarthy with the mark. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. 30 metres out. Almost in bag from this position, you would think. Fremantle are in control of this game. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Hit by Sandilands. Gains possession. Takes it well. Lining up the goal now. Wingard will need to pull something special out here. He's kicking on about a 30-degree angle, which could prove challenging.
The Dockers have been dominant in the air and they're marking everything. Port Adelaide need to stop trying to outmark the Dockers and just get a fist into the contest. That's a very bad kick. Good mark.
Clue sends one up towards the wing. Fife has it. He decides to play on. Delivers the footy with a beautiful drop pass. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Can he kick it from here, Richard?
Should kick this 9 times out of 10, but you never can be sure.
That could be the final nail in the coffin. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Sandilands nicely outclassing Grider. Fife made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. Going for goal number 1. Nice kick. Fife with that kick has increased the lead. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The ruckman giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Sandilands gets the tap. Listen, here's the thing. This game was over before it began, and I don't think there's anything further I can add that will shed light on this outcome. Very one-sided. What are your thoughts on the match, Richard?
Port Adelaide couldn't do anything up front. They couldn't honour a lead, couldn't break the lines, didn't try and move the ball quickly, couldn't take a mark. They were bad. They couldn't stop Fremantle run. Every time the Dockers got the ball, they went into their forward line and got points. The power got a shellacking.
At the end of the match, the scores are Fremantle 194 to Port Adelaide nothing. Fred Show, as always, it's been a pleasure.
Thanks, Dennis. Until next time, that's it.
Yeah, I reckon I probably do is if it's not loading, I might restart the game. So I can do is I can pause the stream, and I can close out of the game and then reopen the game. So make it the game refresh. Yeah, I might do that. Okay, I fixed the problem. I need to restart the game. So I just pause it in case it's finished. I just pause it so in case pause the stream and so I can have a little fix up on the game. So yeah, alright. Get in the video. Let's do this.
Hello and welcome. Get ready, it's time for Saturday Night Football. Tonight we're at Metricon Stadium. Unpleasant humidity for this match. The players sweating like Marlon Brando eating Thai food. With me is 3-time All-Australian and 13 times Richmond's leading goal kicker, Matthew Richardson.
Hi Dan, absolute pleasure to be here with you.
Tonight's match between Gold Coast and North Melbourne. Banners ready for the players. They run on in full confidence. They're looking sharp and the crowd are appreciating it. We have the toss of the court. One at the start of the home and away season.
Yes, in fact, week one rarely provides a true form guide to the season.
Waiting for the siren now. The game is underway.
There is no glory in practice, but without practice, there is no glory.
Word is this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. 20 metres out. Going for goal number one. Took up a goal for Gold Coast. Gets his first. The first goal of the match. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Witz with the tap. Swallow comes away with the ball. Don't know how he managed to get that out of the pack. Look at that. He's back through. The Kangaroos trailing already. They need to pick up the pace and right now. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Goldstein looked about as coordinated as Disney's Goofy. Lynch made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. Wright has it. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Going for goal number 2. He's missed. Is that a brave attempt or a stupid attempt, Richard?
Definitely wasn't brave.
Disappointing kick there.
Thompson is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. Riscatelli with the mark, he lines it up with the goal. He completely mistimes the kick. Puts boot to ball. It's a mark. Martin with a terrible kick.
Ball over the line. The ruckmen are locked in battle. Witts punches it. It bounced straight into his hands as if he just called a puppy with a whistle. Wright has the chance to run one more in his time. Gold Coast getting the fast start. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Thompson looking for a lead. Nice contested mark by Bonesworth. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. 35 metres out. Kicking from about a 30-degree angle here. Kicked by Thompson. Ainsworth wins the marking contest. Can he kick it from here, Richard?
It's a very sharp angle. I don't think he'll kick it.
Ainsworth slams one on the boot for goal. 25 metres out. Wright going for the impossible shot. Wright unloads one towards goal. Gold Coast by 20 points.
Wright needs to gain a more familiar and consistent goal-kicking routine. And when he does that, he will be rewarded with more accurate kicking results.
He's been seized with the ball that's going to be holding it. He decides to play on. Choose to kick it. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Archie with a chance if he keeps a cool head. 45 metres out. Gets boot to leather. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. And it's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. Disappointing kick there. Clark presents and takes the mark.
Clark's really good at reading the play out on the field. He just needs to start doing it faster. Miller taking aim. Miller shoots for goal. Archie gets the upper hand. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. Archie with the shot. Oh, and it's missed.
It's not the score he was looking for. Thompson boots it. Miller had no chance, but at least he made an attempt. Hand passes. Lyons has his first touch of the footy. 10-point accuracy from Lyons. The Suns leads by 28. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Umpire bounces the ball. Tapped by Witts. Hall controls. He handballs it. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. Goes wide for the behind. The Suns with the advantage as they lead North Melbourne 29-0. Disappointing kick there. Lynch marks it. He steadies now in front of goal. The siren sounds, and that's the end of the opening term. The score's the Suns 29 to the Kangaroos 0.
They have been pretty wasteful in this match, and if they lose, they will look back and rue the missed opportunities.
The first quarter ends with some high scoring on the board. Anything stands out there, Richo, with the stats?
Kicking is one of the most essential skills in football, and the Suns could put 19 on the board, which should place them in a good position at this stage of the game if they can keep that up. The
second quarter, here we go.
Winners don't wait for chances, they take them.
Clean tap by Witts. Really butchered that kick, didn't he, Richo?
That's just a waste of a kick there.
Archie winds it up 25 metres out. Archie tries his luck with a shot at goal. The Suns by 5 goals. It's not the score he was looking for. He kicks and clears the ball out of the 50. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Richo, you rate him for this kick?
He has a very good chance from here.
Marked by Waller. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. Misses the goal and goes through for the behind. He'll be disappointed with that effort. Thompson decides to play on. Sends the Sharon on its way. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. He wants to play on. Not what he intended with that kick. Good mark by Willer. He steadies now in front of goal. The ball is slammed towards goal by Willer. That was all Mountford.
North Melbourne just can't seem to retain possession of the footy. They're getting outmarked all over the ground and as a result finding themselves losing the contest. He steadies now in front of goal. Weller takes a shot. Lynch shoots for goal. He scoops it up. Gold Coast are in front.
He'll be looking to spot the player on the burst. Marks. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. Day going for number one. Almost a touch of synchronized swings by that mark. That was the kill. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. 15 metres out. His son's in front.
Ainsworth wears his heart on his sleeve and he just bleeds for this footy club.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Guided by Wits. Swallow bad disposal. Lynched from behind. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. Sends the Sharon on its way. Date with the mark. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. Kicking from about a 30-degree angle here. Miss for behind. But they narrowed the goalpost at one end. That ball is just not hitting the target for Gold Coast. Disappointing kick there. Nice work from Rosa. What are his chances from here?
I wouldn't bet on it.
Rosa takes aim for goals. Takes it well. Dake urged on by the crowd. Prepares to kick. Dake drives the ball towards goal. A mark by Clark. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. 20 metres from home. And he's kicking on a 30-degree angle. This could prove difficult for him. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The bounce is straight as an arrow.
Gold Coast are dominating the clearances and really giving their forwards plenty of opportunity, and I think that's why they've got the lead. He takes possession. Lynch putting his head down as he runs in. The Suns get the goal. Gold Coast are in front.
The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Here's the bounce. Witts really gets onto this one. Hall picks up the loose ball. He has space for an easy mark. Ainsworth getting into position for the kick. A long way out. Goes for his 50. The ball over the line. We'll have a throw-in. Half-time rapidly approaching. The umpire's throw is a good one. Definitely palmed to advantage. Takes control of the bouncing ball. Ainsworth looking to make them pay for that turnover. The Suns beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 52 to nothing. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. So half-time, and Richo, what are your thoughts on the first half?
How you respond to the challenge in the second half will determine what you become after the game, whether you're a winner or a loser.
We'll have a look at the stats.
Scoreboard looks good, stats look good, the Suns is looking good from all angles.
Thanks for that, Richard. We're halfway through this match and things are getting interesting. Finally, the third term begins.
If you have everything under control, you're not moving fast enough.
Sweeping handball. Witts with a clinical drop pass. The contest, no match for him. Let's hope the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. 50 metres out. Archie with a fairly straightforward shot for goal. Ainsworth from the tightest of angles. Ainsworth shoots. Drifts wide to go through for the behind. The Suns lead the Kangaroos 53 to nothing. Disappointing kick there. Snatches at it and drops it. He's as twitchy as a frog in a blender. He decides to play on. Witts kicks it out of the congestion. Good mark on the run. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. Having a big day going for goal number 4. That's 7 in a row for Gold Coast. Gold Coast lead North Melbourne by 59.
Right, told me recently that he really loves playing for this club, and you can really see it in his attitude on the field. I think he's going to play for this club for a long, long time.
It's a shocking kick. The goal eludes him just wide of the target. The Suns by 10 goals. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Nice contested mark by Balchi. Well, you've kicked a few in your time. Do you give him much of a chance from here, Richard?
He's paid to kick these, Dennis.
Gold Coast with the upper hand in this match, and it shows on the scoreboard, leading 66-0. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The bounce, laser straight. Witts punches it, gains possession. Going for goal number 1. Good mark on the run. Here's a chance for White. Lining up the goal now. 25 metres out. Perfect kick. White with that kick has increased the lead. Gold Coast over. The Kangaroos by 72.
White has to stay committed. Then with a little bit of guts and determination, he should make something of his career.
There's the bounce. Claimed by Witts. Miller delivers a nice bump, but Goldstein. Lynch has his head down now. Miss for behind. Well, if behinds were gold, this team would be very rich by now. The Suns leads by 73. It's not the score he was looking for. Plays on.
Let's play on.
Kicked by Thompson. Over the top of the pack. Lions going through his routine. Unfortunately, they made the grass very short tactically this week. A great effort. He steadies now in front of goal, 30 metres out. A set shot on a 45-degree angle for Archie. Archie executes the goal well. That's his second. The Suns with a healthy gap on the scoreboard, leading North Melbourne 79-0.
Archie is good on both left and right, so kicking off either side is just not an issue for him.
Hits the running man. Kicked by Swallow. He gets above the crowd. Ainsworth lines it up 40 metres out. A chance to add one more to his tally. The goal eludes him just wide of the target. Would you believe it? Another point. Disappointing kick there.
Thompson has improved his hands to a point now that he can release players from tight pack situations. Puts boot to ball. Kept his composure then. Miller lining up with the goals. Miller takes a shot. The ball's up. He gets the goal. Lots of points now for the Suns.
It's not the score he was looking for.
Thompson is a great kick, and if he can maintain that accuracy under pressure, he'll elevate to the elite category. Puts boot to ball. Day really forced to earn that mark. He lines it up with the goal.
Kicked at goal by Day. It's going. The Suns lead North Melbourne 82-0. I would have expected him to nail that. Thompson slams it on the boot. Over the top of the pack. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. Testing shot outside the 50. All eyes are watching. From the movie of the same name, a beautiful behind by Rosa. I would have expected him to nail that. Lions looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Ballard spills it. Day controls. Going for goal number 1. Just fell through. Day getting his first. And they stretch out their lead. The Suns in front. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. The bounce is straight up and down. Thompson outstretches his opponent to win the run. A good turn with the Suns 89. To the Kangaroos nothing.
They have been pretty wasteful in this match, and if they lose, they will look back and rue the missed opportunities.
Time to check the stats. Richard.
Gold Coast is looking good on the scoreboard, and they have the stats to back it up.
Thank you very much, Richard. The final quarter, and it should be most enjoyable.
The game isn't over till it's over.
He grabs it on the run. And he's heading for home. Lynch with the shot. You can see that happening right after it left his foot. Gold Coast are having trouble with their misses. It's not the score he was looking for. Puts boot to ball. Witts grabs that one. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Jams it on the boot now. Marks. Opportunity for Day. Going for goal number 2. Goes wide for the behind. If they narrowed the goalpost at one end, that ball is just not hitting the target for the Suns. It's not the score he was looking for.
Thompson has improved his hands to a point now that he can release players from tight pack situations. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. Rosa boots it. He takes a strong mark. Archie getting into position for the kick. Archie shoots for goal. Archie has got it.
If this game were being played on water, Gold Coast would be walking on it. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The ball is bounced. Tapped by Witts. Able to grab it on the hot volley. Out of nowhere, the ball shoots out of the pack. Lynch heads in for the goals. That's bad work. I hope there are no guys down there looking for a sample after this game. Disappointing kick there. Ainsworth ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. He'd like that one again. It was a shocker off the boot. He's kicked it out on the full. Gets boot to high. Lynch marks on the run. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. He'll need his Saturday or Sunday best from here. A chance to add one more to his tally. Day goes forward. It's true. That's his second. If this game were being played on water, the Suns would be walking on it. All is in readiness. Bounce goes the ball. Witts decisively. Miller bounce. That play is as high-tech as it can from. Hall sends the ball on its way. A big run to take that back. Richard, you followed his career for a while. Could he kick this?
An elite footballer should slot this every time.
35 metres out. A set shot on a 30-degree angle. It's not the score he was looking for. Bumps the big skid. Good mark on the run. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. Almost a touch of synchronized swimming about that night. That was the third. Right going for number 6. That'll be brought up on the coach of training. Out on the full. Free kick to North Melbourne. Thompson kicks out along the boundary line. Bit of the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. Right shoots. A great effort. Here's a chance for Ainsworth. 20 metres out. Ainsworth kicks for goal. Nice kick. And that puts them further in front. The Suns are nailing the Coffin shot. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The bounce is straight up and down. Tapped by Witts. Clean hands with a difficult bouncing ball. Gains possession. Ainsworth with the hand pass. He must have intended to kick that somewhere. I'm just not sure where. It looks like the Suns have this one in the bag.
Gold Coast has an abundance of quality mids and small forwards, and they are just running rings around North Melbourne. They aren't worried about playing on because they know they're probably going to get better shots at goal on the run.
He grabs it on the run. He's running hot, Richard.
Yes, he's giving 100% right now.
Archie goes forward. It's true. They're starting to stamp their dominance on this game. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game.
Witts has the passion for this game, and that shines through every time he plays. Passes by hand. He's approaching the goals now. Wright gets some real airtime. Wright lines up. Wright takes the shot. He could not have kicked that any better.
Awaiting the bounce. The ball bouncing well. Definitely palmed to advantage. North Melbourne were really taken to task. Richo, did you enjoy the matchup between Gold Coast and the Kangaroos?
In this business, I reckon winning is everything. The only ones who remember when you lose are your wife and your dog. Hopefully for their sake, they recognise them when they get home.
Final scores of the match of the Suns, 129 against the Kangaroos, 0. That's it for this match. Thanks to my co-commentator, Matthew Richardson.
It was great being here, Dennis. I can't wait for the next match.
Thanks for joining us as always. It's been a pleasure. We look forward to seeing you back soon. Hello everyone, I'm Dennis Cometti. Thanks for joining us for Saturday Night Football. It's so hot here they could write a book on this match called 50 Shades of Red. With me in the box is Richmond Titan Matthew Richardson.
Hi, Dennis. Always a pleasure to call a game with you.
The Magpies look tense as they shuffle onto the field. Banners ready for the players. Umpire tosses the coin. Hawthorn win the toss. Opening and the first turn is underway.
My thoughts before a big game were usually pretty simple. I'd tell myself to stick to your game and you'll win.
Golsack with the football. Reed making his way in. Let's hope he's compensated for the win. 20 metres from home. A pretty safe bet from this position. Moore going for number one. Nice work from Moore. The game officially underway now. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Claimed by Grundy. Pendlebury onto the ball. Hands it out to open space. Hardwick gets the interception on the bounce. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. Drifts wide to go through for the behind. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Puts boot to ball. Vasilic ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Does he have a realistic chance from here, Richard?
This angle will test him, I reckon, Dennis.
Elliott picks it up. Elliott punts the ball for goal. The Magpies by 8 points. I would have expected him to nail that. That's a piercing kick from Crawley. Elliott has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. A rushed kick. A mark by Hardwick. Looks like he panicked there. Marked by Hoskin Elliott. He plays on. Hoskin Elliott throws the ball. Free kick. Amara sends one up towards the wing. O'Shea marks. He chooses to play on. The ball is slammed towards goal by O'Shea. That's a very well executed goal. That's 2 in a row for Collingwood. Collingwood by 14. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. A dead straight bounce. Big thump from Grundy. Pendlebury on the ball at the moment. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. Fantastic goal by Reed. This kick has extended their lead. The Magpies gain 20 points.
Reed needs to gain a more familiar and consistent goal-kicking routine. And when he does that, he will be rewarded with more accurate kicking results.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce.
Collingwood have just been so dominant in the ruck, and that's been able to give their midfielders so much time and space, and that's why they lead this match.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Grundy aims for his man on the ground. Side bottom gathers it. Kicks it. Strong mark by Elliott. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. A monster kick will be required from here. Vasilic with the shot. He holds his breath. The Magpies by 27. Disappointing kick there. Side bottom takes advantage. He brings it out of the pack. Phillips looking a real threat out there when he pulls in contested marks like that one. Going for goal number 1. You can see that happening right after he left his boot. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Frawley with the kick. Oscar Elliott with the mark. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. 50 metres out. I reckon my mum could have caught that in a pin. Greenwood sweeps on the loose ball and will have a change of possession. Gets off a one-way kick. Time to check those stats.
Collingwood way out in front of Hawthorn with the possessions, 82% next to their name. Kicking is one of the most essential skills in football, and the Magpies could put 16 on the board, which should place them in a good position at this stage of the game if they can keep that up.
Thanks for that, Richo. Here we go again. Quarter number 2.
If you aren't going all the way, why go at all?
Hit by Grundy. He has the ball. Pendlebury kicking the ball free of the pack. Ward takes the mark uncontested. Let's have the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. A chance to add one more to his tally. Collingwood in front. The ruckman conscious of where their teammates are. They wait for the bounce. Grundy really gets onto this one. Pendlebury sticks out his hands and collects the ball. He hand passes the ball. O'Shea starts in, his shadow beside him. Where else would it be? Well, it depends on the side. The Magpies lead the Hawks 35-0.
Play on.
That's one area of his game that does need improvement. The goal wants to play on. Going for goal number 1. Fantastic goal by the goal. Collingwood leads by 41.
Collingwood has an abundance of quality mids and small forwards, and they are just running rings around Hawthorn. They aren't worried about playing on because they know they're probably going to get better shots at goal on the run.
Grundy onto the ball, approaching the goals now. Perfect kick, gets his first. The Magpies have scored the last 6 goals. The Magpies beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 47-0. A dead straight bounce. Batted down nicely by Grundy. Bounces favourably for Wells. And he's heading for home. Shot at goal by Wells. He can't close the deal, and it's a point. I would have expected him to nail that. Simply outplayed the opposition there. Elliott with a chance if he keeps a cool head. A set shot on a 45-degree angle. Hasn't got the carry. The Magpies leads by 49. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Nice hands. Let's have the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. 40 metres out. Vasolik with a relatively easy shot. Vasolik did well then. That's his first. The Magpies have scored the last 7 goals. Collingwood beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 55-0. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. McAvoy without a touch. The clearance by Grundy. He lays it on the boot for a giant kick. Out of bounds in the pocket. It'll come back from the boundary line. Shoulders locked, eyes on the ball. Knocks it down in front. Controlled by Pendlebury. A loose ball scooped up. I haven't seen him for a while, Richard.
That's right, Dennis. He just can't seem to get into this game.
Mangler decides to play on. Controlled by Pendlebury. Penetrating hand pass. Approaching the goals now. Collingwood get a goal. That's number 2. Reid puts them further in front. Collingwood have scored the last 8 goals. Collingwood in front. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Moore gets the tap, takes possession. Unfortunately placed ball finds its way into the opposition's grasp. Golsak with the mark. He's elected to play on. Golsak sends one up towards the wing. Oscar Elliott marks on the run.
Hoskin Elliott has got some sure hands. He doesn't often fumble the loose ball. He takes a strong mark. Phillips getting into position for the kick.
Phillips taps the ball for goal. Nice kick. This kick has extended their lead. That's 9 in a row for Collingwood. Collingwood by 67. Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. The bounce straight down. Moore with the tap. The ball in the hands of Shields. Gunston controls it. Going for goal number 1. That'll be brought up by the coach at training. Out of bounds on the full it goes. He opts to play on. Maynard, cool under pressure, releases in time. You've heard the expression shooting fish in a barrel. Well, this is shooting fish in a fish market. Richo, what did his stats tell us?
The Magpies is playing a great game in both stats and on the scoreboard.
That's pretty deep, Richo. This match can be described like seeing your grandmother in fishnets. Unexpected. The third quarter has begun.
I'll tell you what, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Gains possession. O'Shea puts his head down and runs in. Football is not and never has claimed to be a fair game. It's not the score he was looking for. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Now do you think he can kick this one, Richard?
I reckon he may struggle from here, Dennis.
Vasoli puts it. Hardwick gets the mark without contest. Kicks. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster. He kicks and clears the ball out of the 50. Side bottom with the mark.
Side bottom shown a lot of character in his recent performances. Pendlebury with the ball, winding it up with the goal now. Pendlebury takes the shot. The ball's travelling. Missed them all.
Out on the full, Collingwood free kick. Crawley kicks. Strong mark. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. Now do you think you can kick this one, Richard?
The angle is pretty tough, Dennis. I'm not sure he can do it.
He's kicking on about 45 degrees from here. 30 metres down. This angle is a big ask for Phillips. Kicked the goal by Phillips. No one troubling him there.
Crawley is good, but he doesn't always find that best option while in congestion. He gets boot to the ball. A good contested mark there. Elliott lines up. Elliott kicks for goal. The ball's up. It's out on the full. The Magpies will take this free kick.
He steers it out of the defensive 50. Let's have a shot at goal. Is as good as the delivery. Would you back him in from here, Richard?
The angle is pretty tough, Dennis. I'm not sure he can do it.
45 metres out. He's kicking from a 45-degree angle. Phillips going for number 2. It's in the air, and they lock it behind the goals. He likes it. Goal. Phillips making the lead bigger. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. The ball bouncing well. Guided by Grundy. Pendlebury has the ball. Hand passes. He's getting accustomed to kicking goals. Slots it. Collingwood leads by 79. All is in readiness. The umpire has bounced the ball. Grundy outstretches his opponent to win the right. Goes short with a hand pass. Looking for another goal here. Reed goes goalward. It's true. Collingwood in front. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Bounce goes the ball. McAvoy leave the pinatas for the kids. The balls come out of the pack like a chocolate bar from a slot machine. Pressure didn't faze him. Kicks as cool as the other side of the pillar. The Magpies with the upper hand in this match, and it shows on the scoreboard, leading 92-1.
Collingwood has an abundance of quality mids and small forwards, and they are just running rings around Hawthorn. They aren't worried about playing on because they know they're probably going to get better shots at goal on the run.
O'Shea off the side of his boot. What was that? Out on the full. Free kick to Collingwood. Crawley kicks. He shouldn't have bothered. Very quiet by his standards. Rather strange. He's misjudged the boundary line there. Ruckman hard at it. Grundy with the mighty fist. Boots it. De Goey marks on the run. De Goey shoots for goal. Has he? Yes, he's paid it. Broomhead with a chance if he keeps a cool head. Broomhead lets fly with a shot at goal. Collingwood by 92. I would have expected him to nail that. Time to check those stats.
Collingwood in front on the scoreboard and are racking up a good number of stats to go with it.
Hadn't thought of it quite like that, Richard. The pressure's on. It's the final quarter.
Never let your head hang down. Never give up and sit down and grieve. Find another way.
Shields with a big tackle that spills the ball loose. The ball came out of the pack like a wet salmon. Adams running in, about to kick. He gave it a crack, but it sailed wide of the goal. Disappointing kick there.
Frawley has improved his hands to a point now that he can release players from tight pack situations. For Solo, lining up with the goals, he gets the ball.
I would have expected him to nail that.
Frawley can achieve anything he sets his mind to. The sky is the limit for this guy. He claims the ball. He steadies now in front of goal. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. The ball's travelling.
That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Takes it well. Vasolic just gauging which way that wind is blowing. 35 metres out. He's kicking from a 45-degree angle. Couldn't seal the deal. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Trims the grass with that one. Elliott delusions of grandeur. The ball mopped up. Taken a while, but he finally gets a touch of the footy. Burgoyne gets a nice bump from Pendlebury. Reid receives the ball, going for goal number 5. He kicked that one like my wife would. He puts it out of bounds on the full. Kicked by Hardwick. So well timed. Now do you think he can kick this one, Richard?
Distance is not a problem. It's all about the accuracy.
40 metres out. The Magpies in front. Disappointing kick there.
Frawley has a lovely kick on him. If he can utilise that in heavy traffic, he will become crucial to his team's finals ambitions. Puts boot to ball. Wells, with good strong hands, he opts to play on. Sending it on its way. He marks the ball.
Elliott lines it up 40 metres out. Going for goal number 1. He'd like that one again. It was a shocker off the boot. Bad kick, resulting in a free to the Magpies. Crawley kicks. He has no trouble grabbing that one. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines this shot up. 40 metres out. Elliott aiming for the goals. What was that? Out on the full, Collingwood free kick. Elliott on for the Magpies. The mark is taken by De Goey. He plays on. De Goey unloads one towards goal. Collingwood lead the Hawks 99 to 1. I would have expected him to nail that. Crawley waiting to bring it back into play.
Birchall can read the play really well. I think he's definitely on his way to becoming one of the best in the league. Sending it on its way. It takes a strong mark. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. Phillips with the kick.
The ball heads out of bounds. A lot of jostling as the boundary umpire puts the ball back into play. He grabs it on the run. A goal for the Magpies. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Grundy got a fist on it. Gains possession. O'Shea somehow manages to get that ball out with all those players around him. Pendlebury put it like a fluffed forward. I would have expected him to nail that. All of a sudden, the ball has become a hot potato. Quickly disposed of by Frawley. The Hawks really had their pants pulled down on this occasion.
Collingwood established their dominance early and never looked like losing.
Final scores are 106-1. Richo, as always, it's been a pleasure.
Well, thanks for having me. That's all we have time for. We'll see you next time.
Hello, I'm Dennis Cometti. Collaborating with me in the commentary box is Matthew Richardson. Welcome, Richo.
Thanks, Den. It's great to be here.
The Western Bulldogs are led by their captain onto the field of play. Banners ready for the players. The cheer squad's hard work is paying off. The banner looks great and everything is spelt correctly. Mind you, I'm the last man once. Round. Here we go. It's the Giants versus the Bulldogs. Has it now. Handballs. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. He'll be happy with that. The first goal going to the Western Bulldogs. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce. Roughhead punches. Bontempelli onto the ball. Not sure what he was trying to attempt there, but the ball has changed possession. Hunter opts to play on. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Steady hands there as he holds that one. Now do you think he can kick this one, Richard?
I reckon he may struggle from here, Dennis.
Dixon just squeezes it over the line. The Western Bulldogs have scored the last 2 goals. Where to Western Sydney, already trailing by an uncomfortable margin. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Roughhead got the hit out, gains possession. He threaded the needle to get the handball out. Boyd going for number 2. You can see that happening right after it left his boot. Greater Western Sydney will have to start putting in some effort if they want a chance in this game. I would have expected him to nail that. Dixon has a great set of hands. Fantastic mark. Now do you think he can kick this one, Richard?
He's paid to kick these, Dennis.
Redpath gets the upper hand. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. The Bulldogs off to a good start. The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. Methodically, the umpire bounces it beautifully. Takes possession. Approaching the goals now. What do you say? His man mustn't have been on the job. That was well within range. The Western Bulldogs with a very handy lead early on. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Kicks. McLean takes it well. Can he kick it from here, Richo?
I don't think he can do it, Dennis.
McLean steers the ball towards goal. Snatches at it and drops it. He's as twitchy as a frog in a blender.
Davis got a really good footballing brain. McLean with a strong mark. McLean shoots for goal. That's a great goal.
Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Guided by Roughhead. McCrae on the ball at the moment. Goes short with a hand pass. He runs into the goal. The ball is hammered towards goal by Smith. The Bulldogs with a handy break, leading Greater Western Sydney 33-0. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Huge lead. Bontempelli has the ball. He handballs it. Choose to kick it. Johannesson has it.
Johannesson has to stay committed. Then with a little bit of guts and determination, he should make something of his career. Lob with a strong mark. He slams that on the boot. The mark will be paid.
He plays on. Kick by Bontempelli. Nice contested mark by Dixon. He wants to play on. Kicks it. Great mark under pressure. Long. Covers some ground with that effort. Nice mark under pressure. He wants to play on. Sends the Sherrin on its way. Almost the end of this quarter. He runs for home. Shot by Bontempelli. Perfect kick. That's 5 in a row for the Bulldogs. The Western Bulldogs starting to exert some dominance over the Giants with a lead of 39-0. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Deft touch from Roughhead is in his possession. Choose to kick it. Richo has some stats for us now.
It appears the Bulldogs have the upper hand in handballs, leading with 7. The Western Bulldogs with a massive 17 kicks, leaving the Giants in their wake on 5.
Thanks, Richo. Here we go again. Quarter number 2.
If you aren't going all the way, why go at all?
Clean tap out of the ruck. The ball in the hands of Tomlinson. Marked by Whitfield. Gets boot to high. And the mark will be paid. He's elected to play on. Biggs setting up the play. Sends it out of the defensive 50. Roughhead wants to play on. Smith up. Perspiring like a pudding in a pot as he lines the shot up. Smith thumps the ball for goal. A great effort. Dalhouse going through his routine. Unfortunately, they mowed the grass very short. Tactically this way. 15 metres out. The Western Bulldogs starting to exert some dominance over Greater Western Sydney with the lead of 45-0. I got to say, that's even a better goal the second time around. Good bounce. Roughhead with first hands to the ball. A favourable bounce. His foot finds the ball and brings it out of the pack.
The Western Bulldogs are taking their time and kicking to smart options inside 50, and that's having a real bearing on this match. Picken choosing to play on. The mark will be paid. Dalhouse lining up with the goals. Dalhouse goes for home. Perfect kick.
The Bulldogs in front. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Roughhead hits it. He's got the football now. Boyd heads in for the goals. A big run to take that back. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. He plays on. Lining up the goal now, 30 metres out. A 45-degree angle shouldn't be too hard for Smith. Smith scores with a beautiful kick. He's bagged a couple now. The lead has been increased.
Smith really wears his heart on his sleeve.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Both Rucks have a fair shot at this one.
It's great for a team when they have a winning ruckman who can really direct his hit-outs. The Bulldogs have had a superb supply all match long. Picken running in now. Picken puts it through.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The bounce. Roughhead aims for his man on the ground. Liberatore passes it. Able to grab it on the half volley. A nice running mark. Kicked by Cool. Caniglio wins the marking contest. Sends the Sharon on its way. Bontempelli gets the upper hand.
Bontempelli is really good at reading the play out on the field. He just needs to start doing it faster. Dalhouse taking aim. Dalhouse takes a shot. Redpath takes the uncontested mark. He steadies now in front of goal. Redpath shoots for goal. A goal to the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs go on top of GWS.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Good tap from Roberts. Scoops up the bouncing ball. Spilled by Johannesson. Controlled by Biggs. Boots it. Perfect timing from McRae. He's elected to play on. Controlled by Ward. I haven't seen him for a while, Richard.
Yeah, he's had a really indifferent game out there.
Wood with the mark. He's elected to play on. Let's see with the stats how both teams performed.
The Western Bulldogs are winning almost everything in this match.
Thanks for that, Richard. We're halfway through this match and things are getting interesting. Finally, the third term begins.
Champions aren't made in gyms. Champions are made from something they have deep inside them. A desire, a dream, a vision.
Short gains possession through the interception. Solid as a rock, and he comes away with a lovely contested mark. Wood opts to play on. Boots it. Almost a mark, but it bounces off his chest. He runs into the goal. That's a very well executed goal. Liberatore getting his first right there. This kick puts them further into the lead. I'll put a cork in that goal. That's vintage stuff. And I bet he'll only get better with time. The ruckman, conscious of where their teammates are, they wait for the bounce.
Roberts is the heart and soul of this footy club. I don't think he'll be going anywhere anytime soon. Boyd with the shot. Goal for the Western Bulldogs.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. And there's the bounce. Roberts is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate long. Liberatore hand passes it. Boyd approaching home now. Chalk up a goal for the Bulldogs. 3 goals and a fine display from Boyd. replays are great when you can see how talented these guys are at conjuring something out of nothing. Roughhead on the ball at the moment. Goes short with a hand pass. Intercepted. Punishing kick from Cool. Nice mark under pressure.
The Western Bulldogs have just been so dominant in the marking contest, and it's given them the perfect platform to kick a winning score. He plays it on, he kicks the ball. Smith marks it. He doesn't want to take too long lining this shot up. Smith takes a shot. That's a great goal.
The Western Bulldogs make 93. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. The ball bouncing well. Roberts with the mighty fist. Liberatore on the ball at the moment. That's a massive kick. And the ball goes over the boundary line, close to goal. Both ruckmen standing their ground. Long, totally outclassed in that contest. Picken has the chance to add one more to his tally. What a great goal by Cooker. This kick stretches the lead. The Western Bulldogs lead the Giants by 99.
Picken is good on both left and right, so kicking off either side is just not an issue for him.
Roughhead knocks it down the field. Liberatore passes. He runs for home. Boyd unloads one towards goal. The Bulldogs with a healthy gap on the scoreboard, leading the Giants 100-0. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Davis has got good knowledge of the game, and you can see the events unfolding in front of him, but he just needs to react a little faster. Dunkley lining up with the goals. It's going. It's through for a point. The Bulldogs are in front.
Disappointing kick there. Davis waiting to bring it back into play. Kicks. Good mark on the run. Dalhouse in no hurry as he prepares for the kick. 35 metres out. A 45-degree angle for this kick. He can't close the deal, and it's a point. The Bulldogs leads by 102. Disappointing kick there. He may just play onto himself here. The options are few and far between at the moment. Here's a chance for Smith. Having a big day going for goal number 4. Smith just gets it through. That's 4 goals. The Western Bulldogs take 108. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. Here's the bounce. Roughhead knocks it down the field. Gains possession. Bounces favourably for Caniglio. Clean pick up by Wallace. A short handball. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. Boyd manages to sneak it through. The Bulldogs take 114. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Roughhead wins the tap. Terrible timing by Long. Gets the ball free, and he's heading for home. Well, for me, a few words come to mind for that kick, but none of them are allowed on air. What are your thoughts, Richo?
One word, Dennis. Disgraceful.
He'll be disappointed with that effort. Anything stands out there, Richo, with the stats?
Neither team showing any superiority in the tackling count today. Really close. Locked horns in the tackle contests. 5-3. It appears...
Here we go for the last quarter.
Even when you played the game of your life, it's the feeling of teamwork that you'll remember. You'll forget the marks, the tackles and the goals, but you'll never forget your teammates.
Boyd kicks for goal. To be generous, you'd say he was just wide of the mark with that shot. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. 30 metres out. It's shaved the post. The Bulldogs over. The Giants by 117. I would have expected him to nail that.
Davis may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team, that's for sure. Dixon lines up. That's a goal.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Roughhead with the tap is in his possession. Tomlinson feeds it wide. Great mark. He opts to play on. He has a mighty kick at the footy. The contest, no match for him. Does he have a realistic chance from here, Richard?
He'll need a bigger kick than he has from here.
He'll need his Saturday or Sunday best from here. Kicking from about a 30-degree angle here. Kicked at goal by Redpath. And he's missed. The Bulldogs lead Greater Western Sydney by 124. That's one area of his game that does need improvement.
Davis may not be the first guy you'd follow into battle, but you're glad that he's on your team, that's for sure. Concentrating hard as he lines up the goal. It's on its way. Goal for the Bulldogs. It's the Western Bulldogs with the lead over GWS.
The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Long. Timing terrible. He's leaving his messages before the beat. He's heading for home. Dale going for number 1. Dale just squeezes it over the line. That could be the final nail in the coffin. Ruckman awaiting the bounce. Methodically, the umpire bounces it beautifully. Cleared by Roughhead. Tomlinson kicks it out of the congestion. The contest, no match for him. Dale not wasting time, elects to play on. He's no oil painting, but look at him climbing the pack like a pop-up toaster. Bicken opts to play on. Oh, he's dropped it. He'll rue that one. Right now, he looks like a man in a darkened room trying to discover where all the furniture is. The Bulldogs add one to their tally. Liberatore kicks number 2. The lead has been increased.
The Bulldogs are just really comfortable kicking for goal on the run because it's just an extension of their normal field kicking, and they have absolutely no issues there.
Roughhead is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate long. Tomlinson is happy with that tackle. He's got him for holding the footy. So well timed. He chooses to play on. A massive kick by McRae. Dalhouse marks it. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So they tell him 45 metres out. He's on a 30-degree angle. Just wide to go through for a behind. The Western Bulldogs beginning to apply their supremacy on the scoreboard with a lead of 143-0. I would have expected him to nail that.
Davis can be very consistent. He does still need to do some more work to make sure he brings his A game to every match.
You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Roughhead with the tap. Tomlinson gets the ball, puts boot to ball. Scoops up the bouncing ball. And that ball is out of bounds. It'll come back from the boundary line. Umpire throws the ball in. Roughhead gets onto the ball. Johannesson is able to grab it on the half volley. No one troubling him there. Jams it on the boot now. Perfect timing from McRae. He plays on now. He gives it a punishing kick. Listen, here's the thing. This game was over before it began, and I don't think there's anything further I can add that will shed light on this outcome. Very one-sided. Richo, did you enjoy the matchup between the Bulldogs and the Giants?
This game was hard to watch.
That's pretty deep, Richo. Final scores are 149-0. Well, that's it. I'll let Richo say the goodbyes.
Thanks, Dennis. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for joining us. As always, it's been a pleasure. We look forward to seeing you back soon. Hello and welcome. You're here, I'm here, and now it's time for Sunday afternoon football. It's so cloudy, I'm not sure we'll be able to see the outcome of this match in Melbourne. I'm delighted to be sharing the mic for this match with Matthew Richardson. Welcome.
How are you, Dan? Today should be a good match.
Today it's the Demons versus Geelong. The cheer squad's hard work is paying off. The banner looks great and everything is spelt correctly. Mind you, I'm the last man to ask. The game has commenced.
There's nothing that ignites the passion of the footy lover more than the opening bounce. Both teams will be eager to dominate the centre clearances early.
Picked up the ball, hand passes. Smith intercepts it. Gets boot to high. It was all his. Menzel picks it. Lever claims the ball. He's elected to play on. He sneaks away for an uncontested mark. He's elected to play on. Gorn puts it on the boot. He had his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Hogan in no hurry as he prepares for the kick. Couldn't ask for much better than this. It's an easy shot here. It's hit the post. It's a line. The Demons by a point. Disappointing kick there. Takes it well. Let's hope the shot at goal is as good as the delivery. Petraka slams one on the boot for goal. The goal eludes him just wide of the target. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Henderson just has endless possibilities. I'm really excited to watch this kid grow.
You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Punched by Gore. The bouncing ball is controlled. He gives the ball away. Finey dishes it off by hand. Approaching the goals now. The goal for the Demons. The Cats trailing already. They need to pick up the pace and right now. Umpire has the ball. Ready for the centre bounce. Gore wins the tap. Terrible timing by Smith. Bounces favourably for Lewis. They've conceded possession. Leave it.
Well, when Melbourne go over to mark the ball inside their forward 50 so easily, it's no wonder they're leading this match. The Cats really need to turn up the pressure. Oliver choosing to play on. Garlick with the ball.
Routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. Picked the goal by Garlick. You like that? Yeah. It was a shocker off the ball. The ball goes out of bounds on the floor. Henderson kicks out along the boundary line. Garlick backs one on the boot for goal. Melbourne have scored the last two goals. The Demons by 20 points. Umpire has the ball, ready for the centre bounce. Clean tap out of the ruck. He's got the footy in his hands. He gathers the loose ball. Vince somehow manages to get that ball out with all those players around him. The Demons in front. He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Henderson has so much potential, he could just be anything. Out of bounds on the full. Free kick to Geelong. He lines it up with the goal. He plays on. He slams that on the boot. Pedersen kicks it.
Goal. When he's on song, he sings a very good song. Melbourne could score the last three goals. The Demons by 27. All is in readiness. The ball bouncing well. Gorn punches it. Neil Bullen onto the ball. That kick is covered a very long distance. Petraka got under it. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. Famous last words, I know, but this is a goal he shouldn't miss. Melbourne for the upper hand in this match, and it shows on the scoreboard, leading 28-0. I would have expected him to nail that. Saylor taking aim. The ball is stuck towards goal by Saylor. Oh, you can really tell he loves taking a contested mark. Can he kick it from here, Richard? I wouldn't bet on it. The ball is hammered towards goal by Oliver. Clears now. Strong. Good as this guy is the most reliable kick for goal in the side. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. And it's okay to have butterflies. Just get them in flying formation. A long way out. A 45-degree angle for this kick. Richo, what did the stats tell us?
The marking skill of the Demons has proved advantageous on the stats board, racking up 12 marks. Melbourne with a massive 18 kicks, leaving Geelong in their wake on 7.
Hadn't thought of it quite like that, Richo. Here we go again. Quarter number 2.
Winners don't wait for chances, they take them.
Gorn with the mighty fist. And he's heading for home. Pedersen getting accustomed to kicking goals. Takes that one strongly. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. 20 metres out. Melbourne leads by 29. It's not the score he was looking for. Needs someone to break hard. He's ready to bring it back into play. Strong now. Petraka getting into position for the kick. 40 metres from home. A set shot on a 45-degree angle. Hogan has the chance to add one more to his tally. Marked by Henderson. Slams it on the boot. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. He was celebrating the moment that left his boot. Hogan gets number 2. They're starting to stamp their dominance on this game. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash.
Gorn can really set the tone of the game with his ruck work. He just always gives his team first use of the ball. He's got the footy now. Viney goes for goal. Viney, wonderful goal.
Both ruckmen have their eyes on the ball. Umpire bounces the ball. Claimed by Gorn. Jones gets the ball. Moves it quickly by hand. Pedersen heads in for the goals. The opposition forgot about him, and he takes the easy mark. Talking to a football doesn't do much good unless you do it while your opponent is lining up. Melbourne by 7 goals. Disappointing kick there. Henderson looking for a lead. Great grab. He steadies now in front of goal. Does he have a realistic chance from here, Richard?
It's a great kick and should convert from here.
40 metres out. Now even Pythagoras would have trouble working out these angles. Pumps the big skin. The bouncing ball is controlled. Couldn't stop in time right there. Hogan on for Melbourne. Gorn decisively. The ball in the hands of Duncan. Nice mark there. Richo, do you rate him for this kick?
He's a fair way out, Dennis. It'll test him.
Pedersen will have to put everything into this one. 35 metres out. 40 metres from home. He spears the ball. Takes that one strongly. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. 20 metres out. Saylor calling on all his skills here. And has space for an easy mark.
Geelong haven't had many options to kick into, which resulted in far too many pack contests. They need to start running for each other and creating some space out there. The Demons lead.
Disappointing kick there. Henderson waiting for his teammates to break. They're using the Tokyo subway play. Melksham presents and takes the mark. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. 35 metres out. Just setting up the play. Sends it out of the defensive 50.
Blixas has to stay committed. Then with a little bit of guts and determination, he should make something of his career. Viney kicks the ball. Garlick marks it.
Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So it's on 45 metres out. It's in the air. He's kicked that straight into the confectionery stand, out on the full. Henderson kicks hard along the boundary line. It was all his. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. Distance could be the problem. Almost a touch of synchronized swimming about that mark. There's the goal. Trying to see if there's anything interesting in amongst the stats.
The Cats have a score that reflects their stats. Not good.
Cheers, Richard. We're halfway through this match and things are getting interesting. The players have had a good break. They should be ready to bring this game home.
You can motivate by fear and you can motivate by reward. But both those methods are only temporary. The only lasting thing is self-motivation.
Score for Melbourne. The lead has been increased. Melbourne have scored the last 5 goals. The Demons with the upper hand in this match, and it shows on the scoreboard, leading 49 to nothing. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. Gorn with the tap. Pass by Jones, approaching the goals now. Hot up drop. Melbourne in front. Disappointing kick there. Henderson kicking the ball to himself. Low spearing kick. A big run to take that back. Gallant taking aim. He'll need his Saturday or Sunday best from here. He'd like that one again. It was a shocker off the beat. Out on the full. Free kick to Geelong. A low stabbing kick. Off hands. Very quiet by his standards. Hand passes. Hagen again, Richard.
Well, Dennis, I just think he's having fun with them now.
We'll be disappointed with that effort.
Henderson's just a real slippery customer if you give him any space. Pedersen drops it. Viney sharks the ball away. Running in for the goals now. Viney, you beauty.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The bounce straight down. Gorn wins the tap. Terrible timing by Smith. A torp from Stanley. The ball goes over the boundary in the pocket. Umpire throws the ball in. Gorn gets the tap. Viney on the ball at the moment. Sends the Sharon on its way. Oliver ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. He opts to play on. Great grab. Perspiring like it putting in a pot as he lines this shot up. 30 metres out. Kicking from about a 30-degree angle here. Melbourne lead the Cats. Disappointing kick there. Gallant takes it well. Good as this guy is the most reliable kick for goal on the side. Gallant taking a chance at goal. That shot wasn't meant to hit the net. The Cats get the free kick as it goes out on the full. Stewart kicks. Nice work from Oliver. As cool as umpires know as he lines up for this shot. Perspiring like it putting in a pot as he lines this shot up. He's kicking on about 45 degrees from here. Going for goal number 2. Looks like he forgot to practice his kicking during the week. The Cats get the free kick as it goes out on the full. Oliver getting into position for the kick. 50 metres from home. Manages to keep the ball alive. He kicks the ball out of congestion. Advantage, says the umpire. Lewis plays it on. Not a pretty drop punt, but it gets away okay. Melksham drops the mark. Very quiet by his standards. Pedersen starts in, his shadow beside him. What else would it be? No defenders. Melbourne have scored the last 6 goals. Melbourne leads by 64.
The Demons has an abundance of quality mids and small forwards, and they are just running rings around Geelong. They aren't worried about playing on because they know they're probably going to get better shots at goal on the run.
Out of bounds in the pocket. The Demons coach using the bench. Gorn taps it. It bounced straight into his hands as if he'd just called a puppy with a whistle, finding the running player. the ball is the call. Gets boot to high. Perfect timing from Hannon. Which what are his chances from here?
I won't be putting the house on this, Dennis. He might not get this.
What a huge goal by Hannon. Melbourne for the ascendancy over Geelong, leading the match 70-0. Richo, how well are these teams performing?
Kicking is one of the most essential skills in football, and the Demons have put 48 on the board, which should place them in a good position at this stage of the game if they can keep that up. Neither team showing any superiority in the tackling count today. Really close, locked horns in the tackle contests, 5-2. The Demons have enjoyed the majority of the ball in this match with an impressive lead in the possession stats at 84% to 16%.
Cheers, Richo. Last corner, here we go.
Never give up. Failure and rejection are only the first step to succeeding.
Taylor with the kick. Tyson marks on the run. He plays on now. Kicks it. He misses the mark. Gallup making his way in. Let's hope he's compensated for the win. Goal to the Demons. Hogan gets number 3. This lead getting bigger now. That could be the final nail in the coffin. The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The bounce is straight up and down. Hit by Gore. Jones has the ball. As Darren Hinch would say, shame, shame, shame. Petrarca taking on 45 metres out. He chooses to play on. Boots it. He takes an uncontested mark. Hogan setting his sights on the goals. Looking for another goal here. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it. Hughes boots it. A nice running mark. Now do you think you can kick this one, Richard?
An elite footballer should slot this every time, Dennis.
40 metres from home. Not the easiest of angles, this one. He's taking the shot from about 30 degrees. Wow, what a nose for those loose balls. Henderson is able to squeeze a kick through the pack. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. He'll need his Saturday or Sunday best from here. Got his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. 40 metres from home. Gallup with a pretty easy kick. He takes an uncontested mark. A routine, strictly speaking, is not a routine if you have to think about it. 20 metres out. Low kick. The opposition forgot about him, and he takes the easy mark. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. 20 metres from home. This is a very sharp angle, Richo. What are his chances?
Distance is not a problem. It's all about the accuracy.
Choose to kick it. A good job keeping it in play there. That kick was asking a bit much of Powers. Going for goal number 1. Petrarca with a great kick. The Demons are in control of this game. You can feel the intensity build as both ruckmen prepare for the bounce. Gorn aims for his man on the ground. Jones passes. Head down now as he goes in for the goal. Having no trouble taking that one. As cool as a prize marrow as he lines up for this shot. 20 metres out. Couldn't ask for much better than this. It's an easy shot here. Melbourne by 83. That's one area of his game that does need improvement.
Henderson has so much potential, he could just be anything. Concentrating hard as he lines up the goal. Hogan with the shot. Great move to be able to work into an uncontested position. Palms taking aim. Palms with the shot.
The Rucks prepare to go at it for this bounce. The ball is bounced. Guided down nicely by Gore. Melksham with the football. Takes control of the bouncing ball. Well, for me, a few words come to mind for that kick, but none of them are allowed on air. What are your thoughts, Richard?
Total rubbish.
He'll be disappointed with that effort. So well timed. Well, you've kicked a few in your time. Do you give him much of a chance from here, Richard?
The angle is pretty tough, Dennis. I'm not sure he can do it.
35 metres out. Cats were really taken to task. How did you see the game, Richard?
If at first you don't succeed, you are running above average.
At the end of the game, Melbourne have it Geelong 90-0. Well, Richo, it's been a fun match. We've enjoyed that one.
Well, thanks for having me. That's all we have time for. We'll see you next time.
Dennis Committee here for the clash between the Eagles and the Swans. So few people here, I thought I'd arrived at the wrong ground before the match. Accompanying me is Matthew Richardson.
Thanks, Dennis. Today is an exciting match.
Sydney run onto the ground. The Eagles are led by their captain onto the field of play. Here's the bounce to kick off proceedings. Nat Nui aims for his man on the ground. Kennedy somehow manages to get that ball out with all those players around him. The Rats got under it. He chooses to play on. I'm not sure which side that lad is playing for. Out on the full. Choose to kick it. Great mark. He opts to play on. Jams it on the boot. He takes an uncontested mark. The government decides to play on. Perfect timing from Redden. He wants to play on. Puts boot to ball. Nat Nui ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly.
Nat Nui, he's quite clean, picking up the ball on the half volley, and the ball goes out of play. He clears the ball. Redden picks up the ball. He sends it to an empty space.
He's done a Lady Gaga. He kept everyone guessing. Lecrae approaching home now. Perfect timing from Kennedy. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So it's on 20 minutes from home. Golden opportunity here. Good start by the Eagles. The ruckmen giving each other the ice-cold killer stare-downs as they wait for the bounce. Clean tap by Nat Nui. He's heading for home. Redden kicks from the pack. He has space for an easy mark. Takes his time as he lines up for goal. It's okay to have butterflies, just get them in flying formation. Jams it on the boot now. Shepherd marks on the run. Richard, you followed his career for a while. Could he kick this?
It's a very sharp angle. I don't think he'll kick it.
40 metres out. 25 metres out. Kennedy, never try a shot you haven't practiced. A chance to add one more to his tally. Grundy slams the ball onto his boot, trying to get it away as quickly as possible. As cool as a prized marrow as he lines up for this shot. Shepherd will be looking for excuses for that shocker. Out on the full. Puts boot to ball. Wins the hard ball. Marston just gauging which way that wind was blowing. Gets boot to leather. Stuck the mitts out and held on to it.
Jones can read the play really well. I think he's definitely on his way to becoming one of the best in the league. He gets boot to the ball. Great hands. Jeddah hops to play on. Passes by hand. Sheed kicks for goal.
The Eagles by 7 points. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. Launched long by Grundy. Nice hands. Heaney slams it on the boot. She has it. He opts to play on. He handballs it. Going for goal number 1. Now that miss could prove costly. The Eagles by 8 points. It's not the score he was looking for. Kicked by Grundy. Strong mark. He kicks it. Anything stands out there, Richo, with the stats?
The scoreboard definitely reflects what a marking powerhouse the Eagles have been. Kicking is one of the most essential skills in football, and the Eagles have put 16 on the board, which should place them in a good position at this stage of the game if they can keep that up.
Insightful, Richo. The second term is underway.
Just keep going. Everybody gets better if they keep at it.
He grabs it on the run. Dowling kicking the ball free of the pack. And over the boundary line she goes. It looks like the umpire has decided it's a boundary throw-in. Tapped by Nui. Kennedy sticks out his hands and collects the ball. The Eagles leads by 14. Brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash.
Nui can really set the tone of the game with his ruck work. He just always gives his team first use of the ball. Kennedy lining up with the goals. Kennedy has a kick. He really had to make more of that.
He'll be disappointed with that effort.
Grundy is creative with his game. He always makes an appearance on the highlight reel. He kicks to himself. Nui plays on with it. Darling, just the better man in that contest, concentrating hard as he lines up the goal. Darling goes for home. The ball goes out on the full.
Choose to kick it. Redden takes the mark. Look at the concentration on his face as he lines up for the goal. 50 metres out. An ideal position to be kicking from. He's missed a lot. He's kicked that straight into the confectionery stand out on the full. Choose to kick it. Nice hands. Cripps getting into position for the kick. 50 metres out. Cripps aiming for the goals. Out on the full. Sydney free kick. Lecrack has finally come off, and he's heaving like a crazed tuba player. Don't take too long lining up for goal. Invariably, the mind messes up more shots than the body. Gaff slams it on the boot. Cripps marks. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. He'll need his Saturday or Sunday best from here. Mills was more obvious than picking the python out of a bucket of worms. Deliberate should be the call. Now do you think you can kick this one, Richard?
I don't think you can do it, Dennis.
50 metres from home. Gaff holds his breath like David Blaine as he watches this one. Nice drop punt. Yeo chucks the ball away. Moves it quickly by hand. Approaching the goals now. Goal. When he's on song, he sings a very good song. West Coast have scored the last 3 goals. The Eagles with a handy break, leading Sydney 21-0. Nat Nui is a class above. I expect he'll continue to dominate Naismith. He's got the head down as he charges home for goal. Gaff executes the goal well. He sinks his first goal. They're starting to stamp their dominance on this game.
Gaff, when his wrong foot isn't his preferred option, but he's still competent enough off that foot.
The ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. More bounce than a dodgy chip. Knocks it down in front. The ball in the hands of Redden. Intercept by Naismith. Jedick ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly.
The Eagles have been dominant in the air and they're marking everything. The Swans need to stop trying to outmark the Eagles and just get a fist into the contest. He slams that on the boot. Kennedy marks it, concentrating hard as he lines up the goal. Kennedy with the shot.
Disappointing kick there. He plays it to himself. That was a gutsy effort. A goal for West Coast. The first goal for Shepherd. That's 5 in a row for the Eagles. The Eagles leads by 34. A brief moment of serenity before the ball is bounced and the ruckman unleash. McKenzie with the tap. Here's Richo with his stats.
Well, at least the Swans have a score that is befitting their stats.
Hadn't thought of it quite like that, Richo. It's half-time, which means everyone gets a break, even me. There's the siren to start the second half.
The difference between the impossible and the possible lies in a person's determination.
Darling has the ball, jams it on the boot now. LeCraft ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Richo, you followed his career for a while. Can he kick this?
Distance is not a problem, it's all about the accuracy.
Not a pretty drop punt, but it gets away okay. LeCraft lines it up 30 metres out. Going for goal number 1. Bad kick, resulting in a 3-2 Sydney. Smith with the kick. Wins the high ball. Marston's in no hurry as he prepares for the kick. Gets boot to high. Jones gets the mark without contest. Gets boot to high. Nice contested mark by Darling. Does he have a realistic chance from here, Richard?
He'll need a bigger kick than he has from here.
Smith got under it. Gets boot to high. Marston ran to meet the ball and took the mark superbly. Now do you think he can kick this one, Richard?
I don't think he can do it, Dennis.
Has he? Yes, he's paid it. What do you think, Richard? Can he make this one?
Distance is not a problem. It's all about the accuracy.
40 metres out. 20 metres out. This angle is a big ask for Kennedy. Kennedy drives the ball towards goal. Grundy has it.
Grundy is really good at reading the play out on the field. He just needs to start doing it faster. He boots it. He claims the ball. He lines it up with the goal. He gets boot to the ball. And the ball goes out of bounds.
Naismith hardly provided a challenge. Going for goal number 1. Give him a rock and they'll let you down every time.
A real letdown there, Den.
It's not the score he was looking for. LeCrack marks on the run. Be decisive. Come on, be decisive. A wrong decision is generally less disastrous than indecision. 30 metres from home. Out on the full, the Swans free kick. Smith kicks hard along the boundary line. Jones wins the marking contest.
Jones shown a lot of character with his recent performances. Kennedy brought him down, holding the ball. He boots it. Darling, just the better man in that contest. Darling kicks for goal. Darling has got it.
That's 6 in a row for the Eagles. The Eagles lead Sydney 41-0. The Ruckmen steal themselves before the bounce. A dead straight bounce. Punch by Nui. Takes possession. He's heading for home. A chance to add one more to his tally. Score for West Coast. West Coast have scored the last 7 goals. West Coast in front. The umpire set to bounce to restart the game. Nui outstretches his opponent to win the ruck. He shows the quick hands. Lloyd boots it. Barras claims the ball.
Barras has got some sure hands. He doesn't often fumble the loose ball. He takes a strong mark. It's played on, sending it on its way. Has the mark all to himself. Nui decides to play on.
What do the stats look like, Richo?
Well, at least Sydney have a score that is befitting their stats.
Much appreciated, Richo. 1 quarter to play.
You and your opponent want the same thing. The only thing that matters is who works the hardest for it.
He's able to thread a needle, and that kick comes out of the pack. So well timed. Marston plays it on, kicks it across the ground. And the ball goes over the boundary near the 50. The ball is returned to play. Nui decisively. The crack made the awkward bounce look easy. He's got great hands. The Eagles by 8 goals. It's not the score he was looking for.
Well, fortune favours the brave. It's time Sydney stopped playing safe with their possession and took the game on. Kennedy slams the ball to his boot, slips through his fingers. Mills there to mop up. Nui taps it. The loose ball is collected, sends the ball to open space. Maston with his head down. It's through for a point.
West Coast in front. That's one area of his game that does need improvement. A kick to himself and play on by Grundy. A lovely drop punt. Perfect timing from Jones. Jams it on the boot. Shuey has it. He wants to play on. Kennedy pummels him, but the kick gets away in time. Jams it on the boot. Takes that one strongly. He plays on. Jeddick takes aim for goals. No good. The Eagles leads by 50. Disappointing kick there.
Grundy told me recently that he really loves playing for this club, and you can really see it in his attitude on the field. I think he's going to play for this club for a long, long time. Lining it up with the goal now. Hutchings goes for home. Only at the home. The Eagles are in front.
Disappointing kick there. He kicks it to himself. Puts boot to ball. Marks. He steadies now in front of goal. Going for goal number 2. He holds his breath. Gaff picks it out on the full. The Eagles coach using the bench. The crack taps the ball for goal. Pinpoint accuracy from Clark. That's 8 in a row for West Coast. That could be the final nail in the coffin. marks prepared to go out after this bounce. Methodically, the umpire bounces it beautifully.
West Coast have just been really well organised and courageous in the centre, and that's why they've been winning the ball. Shuey takes possession.
Disappointing kick there. Marked by Lacroix. Concentration comes out of a combination of confidence and hunger. So going for goal number 2. Goes wide forward behind. The Eagles having trouble with their misses. That's one area of this game that does need improvement. So well timed. Perspiring like it's putting in a pot as he lines the shot up. Well, you've kicked a few in your time. Do you give him much of a chance from here, Richard?
It's a very sharp angle. I don't think he'll kick it.
35 metres out. 45-degree angle shouldn't be too hard for Shepherd. Shepherd pulls the trigger with the ball sailing for goal. That's 9 in a row for West Coast. That could be the final nail in the coffin.
The Eagles are just really comfortable kicking for goal on the run because it's just an extension of their normal field kicking, and they have absolutely no issues there.
Napanui guides it. Kennedy is able to squeeze a kick through the pad. Almost a touch of synchronized striking above that mark. That was the kill. Vardy going for number 1. Out on the full. The Swans free kick. Kicked by Mills. Got his eye on the ball all the way and took the mark well. Cripps setting his sights on the goals. 45 metres out. Cripps steers the ball towards goal. Out on the full. The Swans were punished. Now that it's all over, how did you see that game, Richo?
The difference between a successful team and others is not a lack of strength, not a lack of knowledge, often a lack of will.
Thank you very much, Richo. West Coast come away victorious with 65-0. That's it for us. I will see you again, but not yet. Not yet.
Well, that's a really long song of West Coast Eagles, but anyways, yeah, so this is round 2 of AFL Evolution 2018, but I might not do that right now. We'll do it. It depends how I do, because I don't know if. Oh, I'm gonna check the delay as well because even though yeah, Docs is in the first place. Let's go start off top 8. Docs is in the first, St Kilda second, Western Bulldogs third, Gold Coast fourth, Melbourne fifth, West Coast sixth, Collingwood 7, Carlton 8, Essendon 9, Adelaide Crows is 10, Richmond's on 11th, Hawthorn's 12, Brisbane's is the 13th, Castle's on the probably 14th, Giants are the 15th, the North Melbourne's on the 7th, North Melbourne's the 16th, Port Adelaide is the 17th, and Sydney Swans is the 18th. But I'm going to surely do that. But check the not the lineups. Flexes well, let's get we might say like right now. Yeah, so I don't know. Depends on how good of the game itself. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls. I'll see you all next time in the next stream. And yeah, see you around.